live. We'll see if I actually am or not. Looks like we had some people in the chat box already. We'll see if they're still there once the YouTube thing actually makes me live. But anyway, y'all, for those of you who watch this live stream after the fact, I'll go ahead and give you the rundown while everybody else kind of logs on and gets the email notifications that I'm live and whatnot. I'm out here today on Fort Loudoun Reservoir. I'm sitting here right above Fort Loudoun Dam and got some baits cast out here in front of me. This is a area I'm set up here real shallow. The shoreline's right here behind me, but it drops off really fast, and right over there is the top of the spillways, and it's 80 feet deep over there. So I've got these baits cast out kind of going down this drop here. I've got 2 rods with catfish baits, 2 with carp baits, doing a little catfish carp combo trip tonight. We'll put cut bait and pack bait side by side and see what happens. So anyway, that's the plan for those of you who are watching this after the fact. For everybody else, it looks like we got a bunch of people here logged in already. There's Riley Taylor. So it's time to get the party started. Glad to have you, Riley. There's Big Mike. Fishing with Big Mike, Chris Bell, Tim Hull, Bill Coulter. We got some club members in here tonight. There's Douglas Medlin. There's my mom in the house. Big Wrench Catfishing's joined the Catfish Club. Thank you, Big Wrench. That's awesome, man. Glad to have you. Appreciate you joining the club. Appreciate all my club members. Adrian Riley said I showed up late, I'm fired. Adrian will learn with me, I ain't never been on time for nothing. I would have been on time, but you know, typically there's always an excuse when you're late, right? I was over here at the boat ramp and this old timer was just talking my head off. He didn't even know anything about YouTube, you know, he didn't recognize me from that, he just wanted to talk. So I sit there, I kept glancing at my phone, I'm like, I gotta go, buddy, I gotta go, but he just kept going on and on. We out here now, though. Lord, we got a Havoc Master starting me off with a 5 spot. He said he got the night off tonight. Here's $5 for doing a live. Thank you, Havoc Master. I appreciate that, man. Glad you like the live streams. Lord, here comes Callie. Callie been online all day. I saw her earlier on the TikTok. $20. She says, hey man, we hooked 2 big channels so far, but both broke off right at the bank. Guess we'll watch you while we wait for another bite. Well, thank you for that, Callie. I hope your luck turns around. Hope you land a few. Callie is my new TikTok moderator, everybody. I did something stupid earlier today. I went live on TikTok. Not because I wanted to, not because I was trying to, you know, grow the channel or anything. I wanted to test a spot. I've discussed this ad nauseum on other live streams, but here in East Tennessee, cell phone service is hit or miss. You either got great service or you got 1 bar. And so I wanted to test out a creek for an upcoming live stream. There's a creek that I know fish are going to be working into, especially this fall. And I got right at 2 bars of service, which is always hit or miss. So I thought, let me just go live on TikTok, because I can test it, see if I buffer. I'll go live like 30 minutes. Anyway, long story short, I'll be going live. I think I did okay on TikTok. I didn't buffer too much, so we'll try it on a YouTube live stream this fall when the fishing gets good there. But nevertheless, going live on TikTok, man, damn cesspool of people in there. So Callie became a moderator today after I went on a little rant and had to figure out how to block some asshole on my own. Don't watch me. If you're one of these people who is all, you know, super conservative and don't like any foul language or anything like, don't watch me on TikTok. Don't. Because somebody gonna piss me off, and I got a short fuse anyway. So somebody gonna piss me off on there and get the full brunt of it. And that's what happened again today. It's happened every time I've done anything on TikTok. We got another one here from, hey, there's Lynn Loy. What's going on, Lynn? Brian Stivers in the house. Cat Daddy Chris. Tim Hull's, what's your TikTok? It's Kayak Catfish, Tim Hull. Every social media account I have is Kayak Catfish. Big Wrench Catfishing says, thank you for doing the Catfish Sumo classes. Really enjoyed it. Well, thank you, man. I'm glad you found them helpful. Thank you for joining the club tonight. My man, Vivi Saldana from West Texas. 1999, he says, hello there, buddy. Good to see you again. Mind me asking what brand of live scope you have. Catch me a whopper, buddy. Say hello to West Texas. Absolutely. Shout out to all my West Texas peeps. Vivi, my graph here is a Garmin 93 UHD. That's the graph itself. Now, the live scope is a attachment that goes to your graph. So you could have that model, or really, there's a lot of the models that are compatible with the live scope, but the live scope transducer is it's basically a black box. They call it the black box, and there's a cord that goes to the back of your graph, and also a cord that runs out here to your live scope transducer. And so I bought that on the Black Friday sale last Christmas. It was a bundle, had the graph, had the live scope, everything. But anyway, I like it pretty good. I mean, it's been pretty good so far. The 9-inch screen is fine for me in the kayak because I'm sitting so close. If you got a boat or you're going to be farther away, you might want a bigger screen. So that'd be my number one consideration for people, is get the biggest screen that you feel like you're going to need. Thank you again for that, Vivi. Allstick Woodturner said, you're tame. Yeah, I keep it PG here. I made a mistake, y'all, with this channel. I tried to keep things PG because I know people have a lot of children watching and stuff. And I wish in hindsight I had never done that. I cuss a lot in real life, just my normal conversation. It's just, I don't know why, it's just so I do. I worked ER for a long time, and every ER you work in, it's just, people cuss, okay? It's 2022. It is what it is. But I have this reputation on here of being, I don't know, Mr. Rogers in a kayak or something. So anytime I say hell or damn or ass, I mean very minor things, I get essays from these old men who's watching with their grandkids and are appalled that I would say such a thing. Or if when I did that Manscaped advertisement there last summer. Manscaped threw a pile of money at me, bought 30 seconds on a video. Why would I say no to that? A big brand like Manscaped wants to work with me? Hell yes. But I sold a ball hair trimmer on my channel. News at 11. These conservative old men were tore up about it. I mean, I ain't talking like just a mean mouth comment. I'm talking like paragraphs down through there. So in hindsight, I wish I had done YouTube like I've been on TikTok, just blasting people, just going off on these TikTok live streams. Now, I wouldn't have the families watching me, and it would have definitely hurt the growth of my channel. I don't think I would be as big on here as I was, but I wouldn't have to watch my mouth all the time. I wouldn't have to always be thinking, oh, I shouldn't say that, or when I'm editing, I have to edit out a bunch of stuff. If I get a line tangle or, something goes wrong, I have to always be mindful. And so in hindsight, I might have done things differently. That's a long rant that nobody cares about. Let me get back to the chat box here, which I'm probably super far behind on. But yes, Woodturner, yes, I am very tame on here. Michael Clennard said, I would encourage you not to download TikTok. They record everything you say. Hey, guess what, Michael? Google does too. And Facebook and Instagram, they all do. That's why when you're talking about something, you're on the phone and you're talking with your wife and you're like, yeah, honey, we hang up, I'm going to go clean the grill. Next time you get on social media, you see grills and grill accessories. They listen to everything we say, man. I don't give a damn. China, US, whoever wants to listen to me can. I'm live here in front of y'all talking. Here's JP Detroit. Heck yes, my man from South Africa. He said, just gone midnight there in South Africa. Been waiting for the stream tight lines. Thanks for tuning in so late, JP. I appreciate that super chat too, buddy. Late over there in South Africa. I don't know if y'all are ahead of us or behind us, but it's late. I lost my spot again. Bear with me. Yeah, Chris Bell said, I didn't know you had TikTok. Yeah, I don't post much on there, Chris. I did in the beginning because I thought it would be a way to get people to the YouTube channel. And I did get some organic reach there early on TikTok. But now TikTok's so big, so mainstream, people find me on YouTube and then go to TikTok. So it doesn't really work like I'd want to. My little rant today did get me like 200 new followers on there today though. So I guess it resonated with some people. Now, Steven Stanton, I ain't buffering, by God. I got 4 bars of service. It's you. I know damn well I ain't buffering here. Vivi said, awesome, buddy. I have a Lowrance 12-inch screen. Will that work? No, Vivi, you can't use live scope. Not the Garmin live scope with Lowrance. Lowrance has their own version of live scope. I think it's active target, I believe it is. So you'll have to look and see what screens are compatible with the active target. But the Lowrance one, I've been told, is a little bit easier to operate. You don't have to tinker with as many settings. Brian Gamber says, when I first started watching your channel a few years ago, you often kept the gut pocket in your bait. Now you remove it. Is there a reason or just hell with it? Well, Brian, in the winter months, I cut the gut pocket out to make a smaller profile bait. But I've started doing it all the time for a couple reasons. One, the channel cats and small blues will knock the guts out of that gut pocket very quickly. And the other thing is when you cut that gut pocket out, it exposes more of the spinal cord, and there's a lot of blood right there along that spinal cord. So it kind of gets the bait bleeding more, I feel like. So that's why I do it. And the gut pockets, I toss them overboard, so it kind of creates this, scent, more chum in the water, stuff like that. There's Callie back with a $10. She said, I never heard Mr. Rogers tell anyone to stare at his garage. Kelsey needs a shout out for finally being back in North Dakota. Yeah, I guess Mr. Rogers probably wouldn't tell people to look at his nether regions. But shout out to Kelsey. I'm glad you're finally back in North Dakota, although I question the sanity of anybody who wants to be in North Dakota, especially in the winter months. But shout out to Kelsey. Thank you for that, Callie. Billy Daughtry says, great job on all the whoppers lately. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Billy. I had a pretty good run here lately. Douglas said, at least you didn't demonstrate the trimmers. Here's what's Mike doing today? $5. Thank you, what's Mike doing today? And I have to ask the question, what's Mike doing today? I don't know what he's doing today. There's a lot of Mikes out there. I don't know a single one of them what they're doing. But thank you for that super chat. Go Big Orange says, WBR, breaking news. Kayak Catfish is affecting our children positively. This we cannot have. I'm a bad influence on the kids. My potty mouth, y'all, it's bad on them. I've had so many lectures about that. You just wouldn't believe it. Cody yak fishing with a 10 spot. He says, I'm retiring from over the road work. Looking forward to being home with wife and kids. Good luck tonight. Let's get a whopper. Well, hey man, whatever you think's best for you. I'm glad you made a decision that's going to get you more time with the wife and kids. You know, you've been up there in Rhode Island. You're a long ways away from home. Well, thank you for the super chat, and have safe travels getting back. RMA Covis says, are you using carp? I'm fishing for carp and catfish, but I don't have carp on for bait. Chris Bell said, did you catch any good ones earlier today? I got several fish, nothing real big today though. Candace Grass says, there's nothing like watching videos and watching your videos and cooking dinner for the kids at the same time. That's a heck of a night right there. I'll bore people to sleep watching the videos while they're cooking dinner. They burn the house down, leaving the stove on. Old Man on the Hill's watching 2 streams at once. Who else you watching, Old Man on the Hill? Who am I competing with tonight? I want to know with the ratings here. Let's see. Somebody ask Old Man on the Hill there. I don't know. He's probably watching the other stream right now. He ain't paying attention. Who am I competing with at this hour right now? I want to know who they are and how many people's in their chat box. We gotta see if my numbers are better. Old Man on the Hill says Josh. I don't know who the hell Josh is. Maybe I do, but I don't know him by name. Mad Goatee, yeah, I'm using some crawlers on my carp rigs. How long we been live? We've been live 16 minutes and I haven't gotten hit. That's a surprise. I may reel those carp rods in a minute and refresh. I've baited this area really good. So I fished here, caught a bunch of fish without baiting, threw out a 5-gallon bucket of feed, and so I thought, I come back here, I'm gonna do a live stream here. The bite would be on fire. It'd be like a Western sizzler. But thus far, nothing. Oh, on cue, buddy, on cue. Well, he hit it. He hit it and run. He didn't hook up. That was a nice hit. He didn't hook up. Let's just, let's go ahead and refresh, why don't we? That's the new rig right there, y'all. Y'all see that? I'll go more in depth on it in an upcoming video. But it's a new rig. I'm tired of paying $5 for them Corda bait up feeders. And I'm tired of only having one option to order them from too. Ticks me off. So I got these on Amazon, trying these out. So far, I've only used them on one other trip so far, but I like them. Big thing will be with durability. That'll be the big question with them. How long do they last? But the pack bait packs on them really good. And they're weighted too, so I don't have to add any weight to them. That fish took my worm too, y'all. He took the worm. Very rude of that fish. I was just thinking, man, it's been a long time we've had baits in the water and I hadn't gotten bit. And again, before I baited, this there when I was just, now granted, I was fishing the morning hours when I fished out here, but it was on pretty quickly. Cooking with Crisco again here. Gotta let out some more line. I forget it, I'm so much deeper tonight. I'm fishing probably, that cast there is probably 15, 20 feet deep, I'm guessing. Now over here on these rods, I got skipjack. cut skipjack. So those are the catfish, and I've got them cast, they'll be a lot deeper. I've got them cast farther out. All right. Let me see, I can't remember where I was at. Let me keep scrolling on up here and see if I can see a chat there. Okay, there was Cody's. Let me scroll down. There was old man on the hill saying, okay, there's where I left off at. WSN Tennessee, $2, but it says message retracted. He gave me money and they retracted the comment. Let me see if he commented down below it maybe. There's Pontoon Jody. What's up, Jody? Russell Smith's driving over Lake Fork right now. I'll be down there in a few months. There's Sean Chili. He got a new screen name, Fish Flex. I'll try to remember that. Jody's going to Wattsboro Dam. I think that's a typo. I think she meant Wattsbar Dam. Don't y'all be Googling Wattsboro Dam. Gary Stoner says, how often you refresh your carp rigs? Well, you know, Gary, that's a good question, and I don't really know a good answer to it. When I'm on a good bite, they kind of refresh themselves because I'm getting bit all the time. Now, when I'm not getting bit, that is the good question, like how often should I refresh? And I don't really know the proper answer to that. It's probably, I should probably do it more often than I do. But I don't know. I don't know what the correct answer is, Gary. Sorry, I can't be a better resource. I'm still fairly new at the carp fishing, so I'm learning. Tell you something else we're gonna find out tonight too. This is my first time using the power poles out here in the main channel. And out here on Fort Loudoun, we'll probably get hit with some pleasure boat wake tonight because the marina's right over here. So it'll be a good test for these things of how well they hold up. May have to reset them a few times. I'm gonna fish till dark, so. Oh hell, I lost my spot again. Okay, here is Sandra with a banana super sticker. Thank you, Sandra. Florida Channel Catfishing. Sandra Hillary in the house. Big time supporter of this channel. There's another one too, Clinton G's, another big time supporter. George Schwartz, he's a club member. He says he's another truck driver. Hello to all the truck drivers out there. George, I got a bunch of truck drivers that watch me. They take the live streams and they play them on the playbacks there as they drive. There's Jason Decent, $2. He says, tight lines tonight, Justin. Good luck, buddy. Well, thank you, Jason. Thanks for tuning in. Matt Lee says, are you even enjoying the live if you haven't smashed the like button? I like it, Matt. I like your style. There's Brian B in the house. What's going on, Brian? Daniel Scott said he said he caught the TikTok earlier too. Yeah. TikTok just the bane of my existence, man. But it did help me find out that I got enough service to go live on that spot on a YouTube live stream. And I probably made 37 cents from it too, so. A win-win. There's George, Sunfish Assassin. Scroll on down. There's Corey Goodwin. Wants a shout out to his daughter Courtney and her new husband Dylan, just married yesterday. Well, congratulations, Courtney and Dylan. I wish you all the best. Hope y'all have a happy life together. Hope you got some great wedding gifts. Cat Daddy Chris, 1999. My man Chris, he said, been out 7 trips. Says he's gotten a kayak drifting for catfish, still nothing. Any tips on what to do? I've covered from 5 feet to 68 feet. Sometimes I feel like giving up. Well, thank you for that super chat there, Chris. You know, the thing about drifting in a kayak is you shouldn't just drift it. You can do anything you want, but you shouldn't just go out and drift at random. You really need, hey, Chris, we got one. Chris, hang on. We got a runner. We got a runner, Chris. He's got me in something too down there, I think. Oh man, has he got me wrapped in something? That don't feel right, Chris. I think there's a lot of debris out here. When I fished here before, I lost a couple rigs because I got snagged up. I feel him in something down there. I think he might have just come out of it then. I think he might have come out of it. Yeah, it's kind of a minefield here, y'all, because when we got high water and they're running a lot of flow, debris, trees and limbs and stuff, it all gets pushed down here and it piles up against the dam, and so there's a lot of stuff here. Just a lot of nastiness. He just swam over that other line. I hope he didn't get in it. This fish wants to be landed over here, I reckon. He wants to head to these trees over here. I'll just let him go wherever he wants to go, I guess. I can't stop him. Finally getting a fish here, y'all. I was getting a little concerned it had been so long. I thought we'd just be tearing them up right from the start. Wasn't sure about the catfish, but I thought the carp would at least be playful, especially after I fed them. I guess they ate all that feed and got their fill or something. Chris, I'm gonna answer your question in a minute here. I gotta land this old fish here first. Fancy net. I'll tell you something. This fish, he was a pulling man, and he ain't very big. But he's just a hitting and a getting it out there, buddy. Okay, time to calm it down, Mr. Carp. We got indoor behavior time going on here. You've got the net. You've hooked the net because it's all you're jumping around. There we go. Get my pliers and we'll have you set free. Oh no! Hold on, y'all. Hang on. We got another one making a run here. We doubled. Oh boy, he's a pulling. Boy, he got me down there to my backing. That one right there had me to my backing. Was that him that come up on the surface out there? That was a big fish that just surfaced out there. I don't know if this is the same one or not. If it is, it's a big one, man. He made a hell of a run. Chris, I got your fish here on the floor. I was going to dedicate that to Cat Daddy Chris. I was reading his comment when this one took off like a Roman candle on the 4th of July. No, I don't think this is the same one I saw surface out there. That was a big fish that surfaced. All right, maybe we about to get it turned on here. 2 fish back to back. Maybe they finding us now. Listen, fish, you calm it down there now. I'm gonna get to you when I can. Your friend here interrupted your camera time. It's gonna strip all the line off my pole if I didn't grab it. He had me down to my backing. Oh, goodness, I just pulled it out of his mouth. Doggone, man. Well, crapola, y'all. I botched that one. I don't even know what's going on here with my line. I got it all wrapped around me where it come at me. Dadgummit. I got a little too aggressive trying to get him in. That's what happens on them carp. You get aggressive with them, you pull the hook plumb out their mouth. Well, I got a little bit of excitement out of it. Let me set this over here. I gotta get rid of this carp in the floor. Chris, Cat Daddy Chris. Hey, calm it down. I done told you carp. There you go. Well, I got Chris the camera. It's all out of whack. We gotta fix that in a minute here, Chris. This fish right here, he ain't much, but boy, he was pulling like a Dickens. This fish has been so unruly, I got half of mine to keep him. I'm gonna let you go, fish. I thought twice about it. That fish was so unruly. Let me see if I can fix this thing. There we go. Let's try. I think that's a little better. That's better. We can see me in the screen. All right. We got to get some baits out there. So anyway, while I'm redoing baits here, I'll answer Chris's original question about tips on drifting. A lot of people, and I don't know if Chris is doing this or not, but a lot of people go out, they see me, other people drifting, and they just go out, drop their baits down, and drift. And you might catch some fish doing that occasionally, but it's going to be more luck than intentional if you do. You really need to work the contours. That's the biggest piece of advice I give anybody. If you're drifting a main channel, don't drift willy-nilly. Get on the contours. Work the edges of the channel. Get on the top of the drop. Get on the bottom of the drop. But a lot of fish are going to relate to those contours. And so, like I said, you'll go out, you'll catch some fish drifting at random. Sometimes you'll catch big fish, but if you'll work the contours, your catch rates will go up, your big fish catches will go up, everything will get better for you. So hopefully that answers your question there, Chris. Help you out a little bit. I don't know your situation or where you're at, where you're fishing. I'm gonna load this feeder up with some more. I'm gonna try to cast both these baits out back where I had them there. We'll try to get a bunch of scent going in those areas. We'll get them carp moved in. Like I said, I gave them a daggone 5-gallon bucket of feed when I fished this area before, so they ought to be ready to eat in this area. Shout out to my power poles back here, man. I'm getting hit with some boat wake right now, and they're holding in place. Let's get this one back out too while we're at it. Get me another worm on here. Get the big worm. Got smart with these night crawlers here, y'all. They come in a little can of them. To Walmart, 18 of them. Cut them things in half, well now you got 36 of them. Always thinking. I was hoping maybe get some buffalo tonight on these rigs. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Wouldn't hurt my feelings for one of these catfish rods to go down too. Might happen. I went out and I got one skipjack on my last bait run. My last bait run was terrible. I hit 2 places. Got one daggone skipjack. So I got the head on one rod and a chunk on the other. Well, I had that drag way too tight. That's why that fish pulled the hook. I had tightened that thing down way too much. Amateur hour up in here. Well, I got sweat dripping down my nose too here, y'all. It's humid. It's not real hot out tonight. It's humid. I don't think I'm gonna need these glasses anymore. I'm gonna put them up. It's cloudy. Yeah, it's only 80 something degrees today, but it's humid. It's very very wet out here tonight. All right. I have no idea. Oh, I'd left off at Chris's comment. I may go back up and find Cat Daddy Chris's comment, and then I'll know where I was at. Okay, there was his. Let me scroll down. There's Bobcat Outdoors in the house. Sunfish Assassin, my man George. He's been a member for 10 months. He said, I'll be fishing Yona Dam out of the kayak for catfish, gar, stripers again this weekend. Well, good luck, man. I hope you get a little bit of everything out there. There's Brian Forrest and his horse named Toby. Chuka's fishing from Australia in the house, the other side of the world. David Quick said, I finally got to put some holes in the water this past weekend. I've not got me a kayak yet, but I sure appreciate all the advice and info you give me. Hey, glad you find it helpful, man. Jabberjaw said, where you pay scuba divers to put fish on? I apparently ain't paying them enough tonight. I'm gonna scroll on down there. There's Casey Sessler, $9.99 says, what's your biggest cat? Casey, I think it's the fish from a video titled Holy Catfish. Pretty sure that's my biggest, but I don't weigh them. I only measure if I'm in a tournament. So I think people who weigh fish and it ain't a record and they ain't in a tournament, it's just penis measures. Just so they weigh them just so they can argue with people online about it. It makes no damn sense to me. I don't fool with it. Eric Flowers said, so started the day on TikTok and ending it here. Hopefully you're doing better than the 45 cents you made this morning. I can't do much worse, can I, Eric? Scott Gillian. Scott, I've probably butchered your name, but he's joined the Catfish Club. Welcome to the club, Scott. Glad to have you, man. For those of you who have joined the club tonight, be sure to check the community tab on my YouTube channel. There's some discount codes that are special for club members. Catfish Sumo gives you 15% off. There's a code for Mustad. There's a merchandise code if you want any Kayak Catfish gear. So be sure to check that out. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you joining the club, man. I'll scroll on down here. I don't know how far behind I am. Probably a lot. There's Jimmy Lee from Florence, South Carolina. Randy Smith said, you start throwing old bait over the fence on Sanford and Son's side yet? I did one day and it backfired on me. My dog got between the two fences and brought the bait back out. It backfired. Bipper Bates, what's going on, Bipper? Okay, good. I'm down here. I'm caught up at the bottom now. George there, Sunfish Assassin, so he's 45, been fishing 43 years. He started fishing, he's 2 years old, I reckon. He's only weighed a handful of fish. I just don't get it. You know, to each their own. I just don't see the point in weighing a fish unless you're in a tournament. Why? So you can throw it in other people's faces? Oh, I caught bigger fish. Because that's what they do. You get online, people, they bicker with each other online. Somebody will post a Facebook post and they'll say, oh, I caught a 50-pounder today. And somebody else will be, well, that ain't a 50-pounder, this is a 50-pounder. And then, you know, the whole comment box is people just, you know, trying to take an opportunity to show off their fish. I'm like, who cares? Who cares? If the person caught a big fish, 12 pounds, 8 pounds, 500 pounds, if they had a good time and enjoyed themselves catching it, say, hey, congratulations, nice catch, and move on about your day. I don't understand why people get so tore up about other people's fish, but it all stems from they weighing. If nobody weighed their fish outside of tournament, it wouldn't matter. But again, I don't get in the penis measuring contests. Oh, Kevin from Palmetto Cats is in the house. What's going on, Palmetto Cats? There's Art with the 1 Ton Fishing Club. Dondre Sumler says, is editing hard? I'm trying to get videos editing. I think there's a typo. And was wondering, could you give me a tip? Well, Dondre, I use iMovie, which is pretty simple and easy to use. I just watch YouTube videos to learn how to do it. Some of the other programs, the Adobes and the Final Cut, some of those are like pretty intensive. You know, you gotta spend a lot more time to get good at those, but they have a lot more features too. So kind of just depends on what you want to do with your videos. I keep my stuff super simple, so I don't need fancy editing software. James Shuey says, thanks for the help after your last live video. I'm going to test cast my base caster we talked about. And if it birds nest, he's going to be replacing it. Yeah, I hope it works out, James. I wish I could have been more help for you there. There's Rob M. Augustin Pedraza says, students are back in school, so now I can only fish weekends. Hope to get in some king salmon this weekend. I hope you do, man. Good luck. Callie says she likes to weigh them because she's curious about it, but size isn't important. Sabrina Shelton says, where's the best place to catch skipjack in East Tennessee this time? Right now, below the dams is the best place to get them. You'll find them sporadically popping up in the main channel and the creeks and stuff, but the dams is the most consistent bite right now. Texas Plumbers joined the club. What's up, Texas Plumber? Glad to have you, my man. Thank you so much. Man, we got a bunch of new members tonight up in here. Business is booming. Beth Lynn 88 says, I love watching your content. I never comment, but you fish close to my home, Del Hollow. Catfishing is the best. Everyone have a safe, blessed week. Well, thank you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Yeah, I need to get back out there to Del Hollow. I was bass fishing when I was out there before, but I need to get back out there and do some carp fishing. T. Clift says, weighing is so insignificant anyway. A longer fish can weigh less than a shorter one. Yeah, here's what I don't get, T. Cliff. I'll go off on another tangent about these people weighing fish. So the big thing when in the kayak tournaments, a lot of people put up a fuss because we go by length and not weight. And they'll say, well, a 40-inch catfish could weigh 25 pounds, it could weigh 50 pounds, depending on how fat it is. But where I push back on that is a fish's length is a fish's length. You play it on a flat board, you ain't altering that fish. It is what it is. With the weight, there's a lot of factors that go into it. Is the scale calibrated correctly? Is the scale even working properly to begin with? You got one of these $9.99 scales from Walmart, or have you got a IGFA certified scale? You know, what kind of scale are you on? Then, how are you holding the fish? You know, you see these guys got an 80-pound fish and their arms are extended way out like this because they got to be able to read the scale. Their arms are shaking, you know. When they're shaking and arms are trembling, are you getting an accurate reading on the scale? You know, it's stupid. Put the fish on a measuring board. The length is what the length is. There ain't no question. Weights, a lot of different factors. So y'all thank T. Cliff for getting me on another tangent there. Now I lost T. Cliff's comment and I can't find the daggone thing. Oh hell, I'm gonna scroll on down. Daryl Smith said, I've said it a couple times, I'll say it again. You're a fine young man. Your mom did an awesome job raising you. Well, shout out to my mom for raising me. She don't claim me part of the time, but when she does, I'll make her proud. Metal Face Hurdle with a 20. Metal Face, he says, hey, Justin, does Catfish Sumo have bass rods? I wish you all the success you deserve. Well, thank you, Metal Face Hurdle. He does not have bass rods. No, just catfish rods right now. He may get into that game at some point, but right now it's just catfish only. I keep telling him to get into the carp game and make me the stuff I need, but can't get him to do it. Texas Plumber said he was on the fence about joining until I commented on weighing fish. He says, my sentiments exactly. I like it we on the same page, Texas Plumber. James Shuey says, give myself more credit. He owes me a trip to Golden Corral and Bass Pro. I was happy to help you what little bit I could there, James. One timer says he loves my content, would love for me to make a trip to Missouri. It looks like I'm going to be going to Missouri, y'all. I think I'm going to be out there for the Catfish Conference there in October. I think I'll be in the Catfish Sumo booth both days. Looks like it's going to happen. Oh, the fish stalker's 101 degrees. You can keep that heat, buddy. It ain't too bad out here tonight, just humid. Bobcat Outdoors, so he's seen folks alter scales too. People are going to cheat, they'll find a way. That's the truth. And you know, I get it for tournament purposes and all. Well, I don't even really get it for tournament purposes. Because here's another, I'm going to be pissing a bunch of people off now. Here's another reason why tournaments weighing fish is stupid in the year 2022. Because these guys carry these fish around in live wells that are mostly inadequate for the size of the fish and the number of fish they put in there. They're boiling in hot water all day, they're bouncing around in boats, and then they go to a weigh-in hours later, wait in line to weigh these fish, when they could have just snapped a picture on their phone with a date, time, and GPS stamp and had a length. And they could have had a live leaderboard and be trash talking each other amongst the day, you know, and it's, I don't know. I think the whole weighing fish, it's an antiquated way of having tournaments. I think the bass fishing tournaments that have gone to length is a lot better. Even the bass tournament trail, the boats, where they have a judge in the boat, they get to wait and instantly release the fish right there where you caught it. I think that's I don't know the catfish. I don't know that anybody's has or ever will do a study on catfish, but the bass fishing world, they've done a lot of studies. And a lot of these bass that swim off after the tournaments, after they're released, a lot of them die within a few days. I'd heard one statistic, it was from a TWRA guy. When the water temps are above 80 degrees, 80% of the bass that they release after these tournaments die. Won't happen instantly, but within a few days they die. And I have to believe that the mortality rate, it may be a little better with the catfish, but the survival rate ain't 100%. Whereas it don't take but a few seconds to put a fish on the board, snap a picture with your tournament code. All our phones have date time GPS stamp capabilities, and the fish is released right there where you caught it within a minute or so later. So anyway, there's another rant nobody wanted to hear. I'm on fire tonight, y'all. I'm wound up. The people on TikTok still have me all piss and vinegared out there this morning, and so I'm still feeling it here tonight. I'm gonna be making a lot of people mad. It is what it is tonight. We're rolling with it. Somebody wanted a shout out. Mike Laney wants a shout out to Stephen Rose. Says he has booked a couple days with a guide that you fished with. Thanks for their great content. Well, shout out Stephen Rose. Probably talking about Mark Naraki, Deuce's Wild Fishing will be my guess. He's the only guide around here and where I live that I endorse. Here's Crossbow Outdoors $4.99. He says, loving your vids from Northwest Arkansas. Well, thank you, buddy, man. I'm glad you like them. Thank you for that super chat. I'm about to reel in some baits here in a minute, y'all. Well, hang on. We got the geese flying over. Here comes a feather. Watch this feather fall from the sky right here. Can y'all see that? If this thing lands in the kayak, I'm going to consider it a good omen. It's going to need to come to the right here very quickly. It's gliding this way. You think it's going to happen? If that feather makes its way, it's not going to. I thought that feather was going to be good luck. It was going to get us an 80-pounder tonight. We wouldn't know it's an 80-pounder because I don't weigh fish, but you get what I'm saying. At least them birds didn't poop on me. Bird watcher wants me to come to Minnesota. I've been there, beautiful state. One timer, the Catfish Conference for this fall will be in Kansas City. Some convention center out there. Steve Douglas is putting it on. And it's October, I think, 15th and 16th, or 16th and 17th. It's a Friday and Saturday. Well, yeah, check that out. Steve Douglas, they got a Facebook page and all that. But I'll be out there both days, all day long. Bobcat said, yeah, 80% mortality rate in summer. I knew I'd heard a TWRA guy give a speech on that here a while back. They done a lot of studies on the bass. I don't know about the catfish. I want to do something here, y'all. We're 53 minutes in and we've only had 2 bites. And I find that to be questionable. Now I fished, again, when I fished this spot before in the morning hours, y'all will be seeing this video coming out soon. I tore them up. I mean, and I hadn't even baited. I mean, I was getting bit very fast from baits hitting the water. And I don't know, maybe it was a morning bite type thing, but I have to believe that there's a bunch of fish here. Anyway, I'm gonna put on another worm here. I may put on a whole night crawler, since we ain't going through them as quickly as what I thought we might. Oh, worms. I hadn't bought worms in forever. Before a couple weeks ago. And I don't remember exactly how much they used to be, but I feel like they've went up. I feel like inflation has got the worm business too, because these worms at the Walmart now are like $4, $4.97, I think. I don't remember them used to being that much. All right, we're going to toss this one back out. Thing rebaited. They're running some water there at the dam. Now we won't experience much current over here where I'm at, but there should be enough water movement to get that scent dispersing right there. I'm gonna go ahead and reel this one in too and just, thought I snagged a minute. Fishing tonight has been slow thus far here in the first hour, for those of you just tuning in. But my power poles back there are going strong, man. I don't know if you can tell on camera or not, but I've been getting hit with some boat wake. And they're holding me in place real good. I'm real impressed with them right now. I'm gonna be rigging me up something different this winter for carp fishing. I don't think I'll be in this kayak doing it much longer. I love catching big catfish in a kayak. It's fun because I like vertical fishing. And when you get a big catfish, buries a rod, takes the side of the kayak over, it's just, you can't get that rush in a boat or fishing off the bank. So I love it. But when I'm doing other types of fishing, like out here tonight, and you know, we're carp fishing, we got some catfish rods out, got carp rods out, but the way the kayak is sitting, I'm power poled down, and I've got baits cast out. Now, these power poles make this kayak feel like I'm standing in my living room. I mean, it makes the kayak super stable. So when I've got baits cast out, I don't get that kayak fishing experience. And you know, when I'm carp fishing, I don't get any extra enjoyment from fishing in this kayak versus any other way. Same when I'm ultralight fishing. When I'm ultralight fishing, I get the enjoyment from catching the fish on the ultralight, not because I'm in a kayak. So I'm very seriously considering getting myself a small boat for my other types of fishing. It would be a big benefit to me when I'm trying to catch bait, when I'm ultralight fishing, when I'm carp fishing, etc. And I had a boat, well, I've had a few boats. The last boat I had rigged up for bow fishing. I was into that a few years ago. Hate those people now, but I was into it. And it was a small jumbo. It was like 14, 36, 14 foot long, 36 inch bottom. I had lights on it and whatnot. Had a little 6-horse motor. And it was light enough, I pulled it with my car. I still had that was the last boat that I had. And I towed it with my car because, I mean, the hull on that boat is 150 or so pounds. Your motor's 50 something pounds, gas, battery. It's not much more weight than what I've got here with the kayak. So I contemplated maybe this winter rigging me up a little john boat for when I go carp fishing, bait fishing, etc. And hopefully if I spent more time in that, I would be able to then spend more time catfishing in the kayak because my body wouldn't feel so bad from sitting all the time. When I go out now and I spend a couple days going out in the kayak trying to catch bait or carp fishing, then when I'm catfishing, it's hard for me to sit for long periods of time. I'm getting old is what the problem is. So anyway, another long-winded story. That may be this winter's project. I'm still on the fence about it. But I do think I want to rig something up just for the days where I go carp fishing. Because this setup here, having the bow mount, and again, a lot of you probably don't give a crap about this, but the bow mount here, when I am going through these shallow creeks where I do a lot of the carp fishing at, that bow mount, man, I plow into rocks and stumps and stuff, and there's no give. And that's fine in a boat. I mean, it's not, you don't want to be pounding your motor into stuff, but boat is at least fiberglass or aluminum. And the kayak is plastic, so when I hit that, I've knocked that motor plumb off the, I've busted the mount in this thing before from hitting stuff. And so I would rather have a kayak, if I'm going to go the kayak route for a carp rig, I would like to have a motor in the back, an electric motor in the back that can kick up when I hit something. And I would like to have my power poles, so right now I've got my power poles at the very back of the kayak. And I've got them, you know, they're mounted back there. There's a mount that the power poles connect to. When I'm in these backwater creeks, oftentimes I'm going under bridges or I've got overhanging trees. Having those poles sticking up behind me catch on stuff. Oh, here we go. We just cast that bait back out. Here we go. Fish, I was in the middle of a daggone sermon now. This fish don't care. He just wants to pull. Anyway, this fish is rude. So my next kayak or boat, I'm gonna have these power poles situated. If I'm in a kayak, I'm gonna have them right behind the seat. That way I can remove those poles, take them completely down when I'm going under overhanging stuff. This fish has got me wrapped in something here, man. That other fish got me in something right out there. There's a tree or something out here in front of me. Gosh dang it. It just broke me off. Broke off my whole rig. He had me over something. Yeah, when I fished out here on my morning trip on this spot, I got another one going down. Let's try this again. When I did my morning trip, I was set up further over, and one rod, I broke off 2 rigs because I'd cast over something sharp. And fish would hit the rod, do this right here, and instantly cut me off. And so I've slid further over to the left, hoping to avoid whatever it was over there, and I'll be damned if I ain't got something right here in front of us. There's just so much debris. But I thought, with the way this drops off into that super deep water and all this debris, there might be some flatheads up in here. And I was hoping that maybe right here around dusk, we might get a big flathead eat one of these cut bait rods over here. And we still might. The cut bait rods ain't been touched yet. But we got them out there. This will be, I think, bite number 4. Thus far, only 1 fish landed though. Botched 2 others. I hope this fish right here don't get me hung up in whatever that other one had. He has come this way. I'll have to find somebody to dedicate this fish to. I was off on a long-winded talk, and man, he's went right over them catfish lines, but I don't think he got neither one of them. Go to the right, fish. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but swim to the right, why don't you? Get away from them other lines now. I just broke one off. I don't want to have a tangled mess. He feels like a pretty good fish. Go to the left though. This daggone fish, man, he is determined. I could have had a line cast away over here on the other side of me, and he'd have swam that direction trying to get it. We may just end up landing him over here. I don't think he got neither one of them lines. I got super lucky. Hopefully this is some good luck right here. offsetting the bad luck we just had breaking off that other rig. No, he knows he didn't get in them other lines, so now he's got to go back this way, try to get in them again. He knows what he's doing. This fish here, man, he's smart. This one here's been around the block. There you go, fish. Just keep swimming to the, no, he's turned. We'll get him here directly. He feels like a pretty good fish. I still ain't really got a look at him. I don't know what he is. I'm assuming a carp, just from the run that he's been on. But I don't know for certain. Gosh dang it, he's so close to that other line, I don't want him in it. I don't want to put the heat on him either, because sure as I do, he'll pop that hook. Yeah, that's a carp right there. We're gonna put the camera back up here now so I can see the landing. I don't think this is gonna be a super big carp, but he's long. Those longer carp, it seems like, fight so much harder. It's like they're missiles swimming through the water. The shorter, fat ones, they fight hard too, but these right here, this is a pretty good one. You're gonna get in that net now. Oh, we got him. We broke off on the other one, but we got a dang good one right here, man. That's a dang good one. He's a longer fish, but he's chunky too, man. Oh, buddy. Oh, he's got my corn wrapped up in the net. There we go. Get that out of the way. My pliers at. Bear with me a minute here, y'all. Whew. Got the rig back. Y'all, let me fix this camera mount here. Let me fix this, because this is a good one right here. Let me find somebody. I'm gonna dedicate this to my man, Vivi Saldana, down there in West Texas. I'm gonna hold this up, man. This is a dang good fish right here. Look at that, man. I mean, he's a long carp. Powerful fish, but I mean, he's thick too. That thing's thick, man. Beautiful fish though. He's got some awesome orange color. You tried your best to get in them other lines, didn't you, Carp? But I kept you out of them because I'm a professional. All right, my man Vivi Saldana, this one's for you, buddy. Get out of here, Carp. That was fun. That was fun. Well, we don't have any pack bait in the water right now. Let's remedy that situation. That was a nice carp. I like me them carp, y'all. I like the carp, and the bigger the better. And I got a bunch of places marked like this that I'm wanting to try for carp. I'll be doing more of it once we get in the fall and the winter months, but places like this where you've got some deeper water access where I would expect the bigger carp to be. I got a bunch of places I'm gonna be trying out. I guess refreshing that bait though, by gosh, I just refreshed them rods and both of them went down there real quick. Put another worm on here. Get my worm on. I don't know, we need these worms for the carp, but if there happens to be a buffalo out there, and I'm inclined to believe there are some swimming around, they might be enticed by them worms. I'm not going to retie that other rod. I've got another rod here behind me that's already pre-rigged because I knew there was a chance I was going to break off just with all the snags. So I come prepared tonight. Now if we break off a second one, I may have to retie. But we're good right now. I'm going to try to avoid whatever that was that broke us off before. All right, Rod, you're getting called into action here. You're like a minor league baseball player. You're getting called up. This is your shot. This is your opportunity here. I need you to perform well, catch us a big fish tonight. We got probably 11 people watching. No, we got close to 500 people watching right now. They want to see a big fish caught tonight. If they just saw one, unless they just tuned in, then they didn't see it. But the people that was here just saw one fish for sure. Pretty good size, and we'll need another one. I'm gonna cast this one up. This may be dumb with all this debris. I'm gonna cast this one up a little shallower right here. And see what's happening. This may be dumb. I may regret this. But I've made a lot of questionable decisions in my day. I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about it. We're gonna get snagged. If I leave it there, we're gonna get snagged. Let me put some more on. Well, I'm gonna go out a little deeper. These new sinkers do cast pretty well. I give them credit on that. They seem to hold that pack bait, that spring in the coil seems to really hold it in there good. They're definitely cheaper. I like that they're cheaper. It really gripes my hind end to spend $5 on one of them Corda feeders and lose them. I don't like losing these ones that are $1.69 either, but it's slightly more tolerable. Did I imagine that? The one I just cast out just got hit, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was just the kayak rocking around. I'm pretty sure that daggone thing got hit that one. Maybe it was just the kayak moving. We'll see here. We'll give it a few minutes. And if not, if we don't catch it on it in a little while, I'll reel it in. 'Cause something may have just got my worm right there. I'm gonna scroll up here. I don't remember where I left off at. I was talking about something. I was on some long rant. Yeah, I don't know where I was at. Let me scroll down to the next super chat here. That'll be a nice marker there for me to refer back to. That's Callie with another 10 spot. Says, still think you should come here and do the guided channel cat trip with me. Actually have fun catching channel cats. Callie, I appreciate the invite, but it don't really sound fun catching channel cats. Channel cats and fun, those two words don't go together. Peanut butter and jelly, those two words go together. But channel cats and fun? Hey, Callie, this looks fun. This looks fun, Callie. Let's dedicate this one right here to Callie, who is on vacation right now, trying to catch some fish as we speak. Callie, I don't know if you got any pack bait and worms, but I bet if you threw it out up there where you at right now, you'd probably catch you something. Callie catches a bunch of fish, a bunch of carp on night crawlers, on worms, up there in North Dakota. I'm gonna dedicate this one to Callie, if I can get it in. Gosh, it's got me in whatever that is out there. It's got me in it. Sure as the world. I'm gonna give this one a little slack and see if he'll just work himself out. I cast it over there trying to avoid whatever this is. Callie, I may not land your fish. I sure hope we don't break off. Oh, he's still on there. I'm just gonna give him a little slack and let him try to work himself out of it. He got himself in that mess. He ought to be able to find his way out. I feel it. It's got to be like brush or something, a tree, because I feel the branches. He's probably done, this fish has probably done swam about 8 laps around one of them branches. Gosh dang it. We're about to be down to 1 rod here while I get retied on some of these. Well, this fish is dumb, y'all. He found his way in it. He ain't gonna find his way out. I'm gonna try to get rough with him here. I guess break this damn thing off. Dadgummit. God, he's got him in there good now. Fish, we're live here. We ain't got time for this. I was behind in the chat box as it was. Oh, man. I don't know if I can break it off. That other one, I felt like I barely pulled on it and broke it off. There we come. That fish got him a souvenir. Y'all be seeing that on eBay real soon. Dadgummit, man. Well, we out of commission on that. Or sorry, Callie. I thought I was dedicating the fish to Callie, y'all. No such luck. Let me run back up here to Callie's comment. I'm gonna get caught up on the chat box. I might retie one of these rigs here. I hate to do it, it's so time consuming. What was Callie's comment? It said the channels we have around here are world class, 30 pound. They still channel cats though, Callie. You know how I am on them. Eddie Fife just got done mowing. You've missed me breaking off rigs tonight, Eddie. That's what you've missed so far. Bruce Page with a 5 spot. He said, Justin, your next box of worms is on me. I'll be in Kansas City. If I can get off work, hope to see you. Well, thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate the worm fun there, man. Hope to see you out there in Kansas City. Tim says, try a piece of moon pie and a carp will bite. I need to put on a piece of moon pie. I bet I could hair rig one of them things. There's Penny in Kentucky. Hey, my man Vivi, he said I was right here waiting for it, buddy. Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy, and thank you for the info on the live scope. Hammer down. I'm glad you seen that, Vivi. Finally got to dedicate a fish to Vivi, man. He's been a big-time supporter of this channel, and glad to do it. And thank you for that super chat there, too, Vivi. Here's Larry R with a 20 spot. Ace is hoping to see you get a golly whopper. Can I get a shout out for my buddy Scott Z, who watches your videos but works a night shift at a hospital? Absolutely. Shout out to Scott Z. And thank you, Larry, for the super chat, man. Appreciate your support. Wherever Scott Z's working at tonight, I hope you have a good night, man. All right, I think I'm down there to the bottom. And what I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna reel this line in. I am pretty sure it got hit almost instantly when I cast it out. I just wanna make sure my worm's still on here. I'm gonna cast it back out. And then I'm gonna retie a rig. Yeah, I got the worm on there. I don't know, maybe I imagined it. But I'm gonna retie one of these rigs. I hate to just have one carp rod out. I had brought the extra just in case I broke off. And well, you know, we're gonna break off 2 in a row. But you can't tell me, with as much debris as there is right here, there ain't some big flatheads in this mess. There's gotta be some big flatheads here. I got them pieces of cut bait out there, ain't been touched yet, but if they do, if they go off, who knows if we'll land the fish. But they out there and ready. All right, I'm gonna cast this back out. I'm gonna cast this one over here away from whatever that is. That's frustrating. I mean, I moved down here because when I did my morning trip out here, I caught a bunch of fish, but there was something over there that kept cutting me off. And I'll be damned if there's something right here too. Just bad luck. All right, well, we got one line out right now. Yeah, I'll try to keep up with the box here, y'all. The downside of carp fishing on a live stream is when you do need to retie a rig, it takes a little while. There's a process. So we're gonna do it live, I reckon. All right, we doing this. Give me a rod, somebody. Let's get this one. Doggone fish. You watch and see. I'll spend a few minutes here rigging this up. And the next time we cast it out, we'll get it snagged. That's Murphy's Law, man. I'm gonna put me a Carolina keeper on here first. I'm using these with these sinkers, these new carp sinkers. They're the weighted springs, but they don't have a way to lock your line in place. So you either got to do one of two things. You either got to use one of these Carolina keepers, or you got to put you a piece of split shot or something on there. One of the two. I just assume use these. These don't damage the line at all, like putting on a piece of lead. All right, slide that up the line there. I think I only brought one extra. This is what they are, though. I don't think I got an Amazon link in this video, but I'll have one coming up soon. Coming a 10-pack, $16.99. They weigh an ounce, allegedly. I think they feel a little lighter than that, but I haven't put them on a scale. Getting old, can't half see. I need me some bifocals, some reader. Oh! Hang on, y'all. We may not need that extra rod. We may not need it. I got a fish going down right here. This fish didn't want me re-rigging here. He said, you don't need multiple carp rods. He said, you just need this one. Boy, these carp are putting the catfish to shame tonight, ain't they? Where the catfish at, y'all? I've put my one and only skipjack out on these two rods and they ain't got a sniff. This fish, this one here's wound up, man. He's out there, but he was heading to the left. He better not get in whatever that tree down there is. I'm gonna be mad at this fish if he does. Yeah, we got him close here now. Hopefully the threat is over. Now we got to worry about him making a run right here, getting in the motor. He's gonna go. We may end up going around some rods here. This fish wanted to be landed on the left side over here. It's a smaller one. But it's another bite. He didn't get the memo that I was retying a rig right then. He just couldn't contain his excitement. He knew there was a formerly famous YouTuber out here tonight and he wanted to be on the video so bad he just couldn't wait. He couldn't wait another second. Listen, Carp. I got all this stuff here in the floor of the kayak. You're gonna have to be good, Carp. I don't even think I want to bring you up here. I think we're gonna get that hook out right here while you still in the net. All right, got our hook out. See, I may just grab this thing. Who was that last super chat that I had done? Was that Larry? No, I'll tell you what I want to do, because Callie's fish got broke off, and Callie's been so dang good to me tonight and moderated there for me earlier. Callie, we got you this one, Callie. This one ain't getting away, Callie. Okay, it ain't much, Callie, but there it is. That one's for you. Say hi to Callie. Speechless. Starstruck. That one was starstruck right there. Well, we got us another bite though, didn't we? The bite's picking up a little bit. It was slow to start, but we getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one baited up and get it back out. And then I'll try to get this other one rigged up here. If I was 100% confident we could go down to one rod and get pretty consistent action, I would just roll with it and not waste time retying the other one right now, but I'm gonna do it. How many people's watching this mess? Well, we still got a bunch of people in here watching me retie rigs and rebait. I don't know what y'all got going on. It's a Tuesday night. Probably ain't nothing on TV. I guess I'm on the TV at some of y'all's houses. Good thing about that fish was he didn't swim us into anything that was going to cut us off. So I'm going to try to cast this one in that same area right there. And hopefully have the same path taken for the next fish that hits it. All right. Let's try retying this rig again. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm out of commission. Dang snags. Snags and debris. All right, now I need me a swivel. Tell you, it's a time-consuming process. But these rigs are pretty effective. This whole method feeder deal, at least for the carp anyway, it's been pretty effective. And I had somebody ask me a while back about when I'm baiting an area for carp if it was drawing in catfish too. Well, I think out here tonight's a prime example that it hasn't. I haven't noticed any more catfish catches in places that I've baited, but I'd baited shallow creeks before this. Out here in the main channel, baiting tonight, I mean, we ain't seen hide or hair of no catfish. So I don't think it's done anything for the cats. Now, I was using horse feed and cattle cubes to chum with, to bait with. Maybe if I was using something that the catfish were interested in, like I don't know, like shad or something, you know, if I cut up some fish and done that, maybe. I'm gonna redo that. I feel like my knot's gonna slip. Cut off too much of my tag. Cut it down right down to the dang end of it. At least pleasure boat traffic ain't been too bad. We've had a little bit of boat wake, but not too bad. My power poles have been the MVP tonight. Holding me in place, no issue. I adjusted my settings on the power poles. I've got them on the highest, or the most powerful setting. I had heard most kayakers use the level 1 or 2. And I just didn't find the level 1 or 2 to be effective for me. Maybe it's because I'm moving around so much in the kayak and, you know, leaning over to get fish and stuff. They were just working free all the time, so I've put them on level 5, which really drives them down. I mean, it drives them down in there into the mud. But they seem to hold a lot better. This right here is why I pay extra for the pre-tied hair rigs. That's one less step for me to do when I'm retying, having these things all put together for me. I bet I'm losing an audience here by the hundreds. I bet I'm losing people by the second watching me retie a daggone rig. All right, we're getting there. I get me a couple pieces of fake corn, and then we'll be ready to rebait. All right. Told you, y'all, it's a process. This is the worst part of carp fishing right here, is just getting all rigged up. I do enjoy this carp fishing though. Well, I've gotten really into it this year. Dadgummit. I can't. Every carp fisherman over there overseas must have perfect vision. Because I can't hardly see to put these daggone things on. This is a hair stop I'm trying to thread on. There we go. Slides down and keeps that fake corn from popping off your hair there. Well, after all that, I think we're back in business. Thanks for sticking with me for the however many. We lost about 50 people, looks like. For those of you that stuck with me through that mess, appreciate you. I do appreciate you. So we're ready to get baited up now. And I'll get back to the chat box. See if anything's interesting going on in there. I bet y'all have had all kinds of conversations while I've been out of order here. But I'll tell you something. I'll tell you this. After all that, if I cast this back out and it gets snagged up on the next fish, there's liable to be some cuss words that I can't edit out. We rigged and ready. Let's send it. Where do I want to cast it? That's the next question. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to cast this one over this direction. All our scent's over here, but I'm going to throw one out over here. It's the great unknown. Are there fish over here? I don't know. Are there snags over here? Probably, but we know there's one right there. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens over there. It'll either get bit or it won't. One of two things. All right. I think I'm ready to talk again. Does anybody want to talk to me? Is there anybody out there in the internet land that wants to talk? I don't think I'm... Tim Hull said, what's so great about me is I show mistakes. There's a lot of them. I don't know. I don't know how far up I was. Okay, well there's Larry. I ain't too far behind. There's Larry's comment. There's marshaling outdoors, so he needs to get a jet boat set up. Oh, he says need to get a jet boat set up, that way you can get even further away from people. Yeah, I'll tell you, having an outboard would expand my range, that's for sure. There's Buckeye Bass in the house. Randy Shaw says, love the live stream. You make everyone feel like they're part of your channel. Well, you all are part of the channel. I couldn't be live streaming without a live audience. There's Tiffany McConkey. Real Beast, what's going on, Patrick? There's Big Wrench. There's Tony Jessen. He's still waiting on the big one. He's going to be waiting a while, apparently. Mudcat, we are catfishing and carp fishing. Mostly carp fishing though. The catfish ain't being cooperative, but I got these two rods here. They got cut bait on them. Got skipjack, a head and a chunk. Mac Evans is just talking catfish in Colorado. General Wilson says, when making pack bait, do you put liquid in it from the can of corn? I do, yeah. I do, and depending on how much liquid's in the can, I may have to add some more river water to it too to get the right consistency. Glad you can make it, Michael Ramsey. Great Outdoors is just curious if you ever met Sanford and Son neighbors, and how's Daphne the dog? Daphne's been doing real good this week. We've had a couple incidents, but she's doing good overall. The shock collar has made a world of difference in her getting in the fire pit. She has become fearful of the fire pit because of that collar. Sanford and Son I have met a couple times. They're everything you would expect based on what you see out there on my yard. I actually like the people better that they moved into the RV right next to the fence. Those people are okay people. I don't like that they're living in an RV right next to the fence, but they're better human beings than Sanford and Son. So, you know, it is what it is. I got that fence though. That fence has made a world of difference for my happiness there at the house. Douglas said I had a duck swim behind me and video bombed me while I was rigging up. I hope he at least waved. The real Xander says, love the videos, keep them coming. Thank you, man. Sabrina says, what happened to the must-have glove? I wore a hole in the thumb, Sabrina. I got a few more in the shed. I keep forgetting to put them in the kayak. But I wore a hole right through that thing. Don Prater, the reels I'm using are Daiwa Regal. I got a link in the video description. They're the 3000 size, a little small for these rods, but I like them. I'm not making real long casts, so they're okay for me. Ethan Turner, $4.99. Thank you, Ethan. He says, evening, sir. Glad to see you out on the water this evening. Any plans for some night trips in the future? I missed those a few years back. Probably not, Ethan, unless I'm live. I may do some nighttime live streams. The nighttime regular videos don't perform well for me. I just don't get the views, and even if I hide the fact it's a night video, when people click on it and realize it's a night video and they can't see the backgrounds, they click off. My watch time's garbage on those. So may do it in the live streams where it's more about the interaction than everything else. But no plans to do any regular videos at night. Thank you for that super chat though, Ethan. Norman Mountain says, howdy from Tellico. I ain't far from you, buddy. Tiffany's got the Sanford and Son theme song in her head. Lynn says, we still watching. We have plenty of readers we don't use because we keep having to go up and up in prescription. I'm gonna have to break down and get me some at some point. It's coming. Chuck Bender, I ain't never fell out of a kayak. I flipped one time last summer on the Ocoee, slammed into a tree and rolled it. That's the only time. My catfishing kayak here, my Hobie, I've never, I'd fall out before I flipped. But I ain't never went overboard on it, knock on wood. AJ Copeland, that says, hey, how you doing? Sabrina Shelton, took my pontoon out last weekend at Ish Creek. Boat traffic was unreal. Felt like I was at the ocean. Yeah, it's hard to fish Fort Loudoun out here on the weekend. Even right here where I'm at, we got a marina right over here, and on the weekend, it'd be something terrible. Ain't too bad out here this time of year, evening hours weekdays or morning hours weekdays, but they ain't a good time to fish Fort Loudoun on the weekend. It's awful. There's Remy's shout out. Shout out to Remy. Savannah Outdoors watching from North Carolina. Glad to have you. There's Robbie Gilliam. James Reese, when did you change your method feeder and why? I just changed them. I filmed one video with these new method feeders, which will be coming out here in a week or so. But I'm wanting to switch because the ones I've been using are expensive, and there's only one supplier in the United States, and that supplier doesn't want anything to do with me. They don't want to work with me. They don't want to give me an affiliate link. They don't want to do anything. And I want some other companies to give us options here in America. And in order to do that, I have to show them that there is a demand for this stuff, that there is a market for it. And to be able to do that, I got to show clicks, that people are clicking on items and buying items. And when this other company don't want to work with me and don't want me tracking clicks and stuff like that, it's like, well, I got to go to another option. So I'm trying these out. They seem to be working okay. They are available on Amazon. I have an Amazon affiliate account, so yes, I will earn some commissions on this. Not much. That's $16.99. Most Amazon products around 3 to 4% commission. So you're talking a few cents for every pack of these I sell. I don't care about that. What I care about is the clicks. I want to be able to track those clicks and see, okay, I've put out X number of carp videos that have got X number of views. Out of those views, it generated this number of clicks to those links. And out of those clicks, I got this much in sales. I can take those numbers to companies like Catfish Sumo, for instance, Daniel, who owns Catfish Sumo, he is so sick of hearing me talk to him about carp fishing. But I keep pestering him with it. But his response is the same thing that all these other companies' responses. Show me there's a demand. Show me there's a market for this stuff. And in order to do that, I have to be able to show those numbers. And when a company like the other one there doesn't want to work with me, I got to go other routes. So Amazon, fortunately, I can track those links and be able to, hopefully 6 months, a year from now, if these work out to where I'm comfortable using them and recommending them, then I can take those numbers to other companies like Catfish Sumo and others and try to get us some more carp gear made for us here in America that we don't have to pay ungodly amounts for shipping prices for. You know, I like them Corda feeders, but at $5 a pop, they're ridiculous. And then you throw on all the shipping charges on top of it, it's just not realistic for most people. So there's better, cheaper alternatives out there. We just have to have them made for us. Anyway, we're full of long-winded rants here tonight, aren't we? I mean, I'm just full of them tonight. We need some more fish to bite so I can't go off on these tangents. Taryn Goodwin Fishing, $4.99. Thank you, Taryn Goodwin. Said, I need tips and pointers on how to catch more catfish. I live in Texas and haven't had any luck in the past 2 months. Well, I don't really know anything about Texas fishing. I have never been there before, never been to the state before, heading down there in November. But I've heard people do pretty well in the shallow. There was one tournament thing I watched. It was a boat tournament, and people were kicking they were getting a bunch of fish. They were just doing great in the shallows in the hot months. I forget what body of water it was on. But I was like, man, if I was fishing that shallow here in the peak summer months, I wouldn't be doing worth a crap but turtles and channel cats. But they were catching some big fish. But I don't know, I wish I could give you specifics, but I don't know. Texas is such a big state, such a diverse bodies of water down there, depending on where you're at. And the fact I've just never been there, I really ain't much use to you. But I do appreciate your super chat. I apologize that I'm a lousy source of information. Fortunately, there's a lot of people in my chat box from Texas. 10% of my audience is. Maybe some of them can help you out. Fishing from Scratch says, watching Justin has definitely improved my channel. He knows a good bit about laying a video out, and that knowledge only comes from experience. Thanks. I'm glad you like the format. I kind of set up my videos. When I was in college, I had to take a class, business and professional speaking, which you would probably think I failed because of my lack of professionalism when I talk. But it's one of the few classes in college I found beneficial at all. But when I started doing YouTube a little bit more seriously, I tried to structure my videos like we were taught to structure a speech in college. You introduce yourself, you tell people what you're going to be doing, you do it, and then you tell them what you just done. And that's kind of how you structure a speech. And I kind of structure the videos the same way, and it's work. Hey, this is Justin with Kayak Catfish. I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing. I catch the fish, wrap it up, tell you what I just done. And it's simple, but it's worked for me. So the old saying, keep doing it till it don't work anymore. So I guess I'll keep doing it. Steven says, dusk bites coming up. I hope so. We Bash Nate says, we need a U.S. company to help. We do. We do, but carp fishing here in the United States just isn't popular. Not a lot of people do it, and the people that do typically, well, there's really one supplier out there in Oklahoma that sells all the carp tackle for the United States. So, you know, they kind of got it on lockdown, and which is surprising. That, I mean, I understand why they don't want to give me an affiliate link, because they don't have to. People are going to find their way to them regardless. But at the same time, you got somebody like me who has a pretty good following, and I've become pretty passionate about carp fishing. So I'm a better friend than I am an enemy, because now I'm hell-bent on taking this carp fishing to the next level and getting some other companies to make stuff, companies that will ultimately become competitors of that company. So we'll see. I don't know. The old saying, rising tide raises all ships. Maybe if I make carp fishing more popular, maybe, or expose more people to it, maybe they will benefit from that, regardless if other companies get on board. But who knows? I don't know. Daniel Creech says he watches because of the rants. You've heard a few tonight. There's Mark Sosby from Asheville, North Carolina, just over the hill there, over the mountain. I got a piece of, you can't see it on your screen. I got a piece of pack bait on my screen, and it's driving me crazy, but I don't want to pick at it because I'm afraid I'll accidentally click a button there and block somebody or mute somebody. Hey, Captain Morgan in the house. What's going on, Captain Morgan? He says, hey, hope to see you around Thursday. She blows. I always wanted to. I've butchered your whole comment, Captain Morgan. Hope to see you around there. She blows. Always wanted to say that. I butchered the whole thing, Morgan. Glad to see you on here, though, buddy. Daniel Creech says you need a carp hat now. Funny you say that, Daniel. I got a meeting with a logo designer on the 24th. What day is that? Is that tomorrow or Thursday? It's coming up. I got a meeting. We're trying to get some kayak carp logos. Trying to get some merch done. I'm about to redo some rebaiting here. That's what we're going to do here in a second. We're going to cast out some more. Them lines have been out too long and not got bit. West Virginia Creeks and Critters says, what depth is your norm for carp fishing? I've been doing pretty good, about 3 feet. Yeah, I've been fishing shallow in the backwater creeks, but the bigger carp, I've been told anyway, are out main channel, out a little deeper. And I believe that to be true, because I mean, that's kind of the case with most species of fish. I just like fishing in the creeks because it's isolated. You know, I don't have to be around people. The water's protected from wind, a boat wake, etc. You know, out here tonight, I'm fishing deeper, but you know, I don't know. Again, I'm learning as I go with the carp fishing, so I can't really give any personal experience from fishing deep water for carp, because I just haven't done it. I tried. I'm gonna put this up here a second. I'm gonna reel these lines in and rebait. I tried suspending baits the other day for carp. Just vertical fishing like I do for catfish. You won't see that video because it was not a success. I didn't get a bite. I had the live scope turned on. I threw a 5-gallon bucket of bait right under the kayak, and I set up on top of it spot lock. Here comes some boat wake. power pole's working overtime tonight. Well, then I did pack bait and corn on the hook and suspended it right there above that big chum pile. I saw fish coming into the chum pile. I assumed they were carp. They were pretty big marks. I couldn't even get them to hit the bait that was suspended. So it was a good try. I wanted to try it. Everybody carp fishes a certain way, but they carp fish the same way that people over in England and Europe do. And over there, most of those people are fishing like pay lake type environments, like ponds, you know. They're well manicured. They got their own little designated area that they set up on and stuff. They're not out in boats or kayaks. And so I got to wondering, I was like, well, is everybody here in America fishing for carp like we do just because everybody in Europe and England done it? Or are they fishing like that because carp won't hit a suspended bait? And so I had to try it. But again, it didn't go well. Gave it the college try though. May try it again sometime just for doo-doos and giggles. Just to prove to myself that it won't work. Let me get another worm on here. I'm going to reel in this other one on the left and cast it back to the right. There we go. Wish that boat wake would calm down a little bit. It's about dark. These assholes, they need to get back over here to the marina and call it a night. Go over here to Calhoun's and get them a nice dinner. I'm not a fan. I'll never get a deal with the local board of tourism here, but everybody knows here in East Tennessee Calhoun's for their barbecue and stuff. It's like, you know, it's well known. But I'm not a fan of Calhoun's. I don't think their food's particularly good. It's overpriced for what you get. So anyway, but there is one right over here, right over behind me, you can pull your boat up to and get you some barbecue. Now, I'm going to cast this one up here in a place where I'm probably going to get snagged, but we're going to try it. I will say this, y'all. Well, we got 400 something people watching. We're almost 2 hours into the stream. We've had some bites out here. I got that one really good carp. Overall, though, I am disappointed tonight. For the simple fact that I caught so many more fish without baiting. I mean, it was the morning hours that I'd fished out here, but there was carp everywhere. And I just kept catching them. I'm like, man, I'm gonna bait this area. I'll come back, do a live stream. It'll be one fish after another, and that ain't been the case tonight. That has not been the case. So, we'll see. I'm gonna fish a while longer, but thus far, it's not been the action that I had hoped to get. And our catfish rod still ain't got a bite. Jimmy Trent says, what part of Texas? I think he's talking to the other fella up there. Gene says he thought the carp would feed off the bottom instead of suspended. Yeah, they'll come up and eat bread on the surface though. You know, I've seen people do that. I've caught carp before while bluegill fishing with dough balls. You know, come up when I'm fishing under a bobber. So I just thought, you know, I'll be able to just suspend right down there near the bottom and over a big chum pile and maybe get one, but didn't work out. Ted says he'll buy any merch that says carp with my name on it. Heck yeah, man. It's coming. I I'd reached out to the guy that done my kayak. Oh hell, I didn't wear my Kayak Catfish hat tonight. I'd reached out to the guy that done my Kayak Catfish logo. Can't get in touch with him. That was several years ago. So I found another person. I hired a person on Fiverr to do it. I fired their ass. They did such a terrible job. I was like, this ain't working. So now I got an American that I'm working with, somebody I can actually communicate with. I'm hoping they do a better job. But I gotta meet with them. I don't even know how we're gonna meet. I guess it'll be phone call or video chat or something on the 24th. Plan B with a super sticker. Thank you so much, Plan B. I appreciate that. Pure Catfish $4.99. Thank you, Pure Catfish. This is going out tomorrow to hopefully get a video. If you were a betting man, which would you bet get ate first, a live bluegill or live crappie? I'd probably go live crappie. That'd be my bet. I wouldn't bet the farm on it, but I'd probably put a little wager on it. Josh Black said he's seen carp eat cigarette butts. I've seen people eat cigarette butts, Josh Black. So I don't know what that says about the people, but I've seen it. James Reed said, I watch every video. My father and I fished for carp when I was a child. Now 60. Hadn't got hit right there, man. Got a little bump. He tugged on it. Well, just a single tug. I'll give it a few more minutes. I'll reel it in and see if he got my worm. Still got the fake corn on there, so if they steal the worm off, we still got some bait on. Lord, we got an Alabama fan in here. Phillip Highland, what we've missed tonight is one good carp, a couple smaller carp, and some snags. No catfish yet, skunked on the cats. Plan B, so he got a Old Town Sportsman 120 Autopilot, loves it. Awesome, man, I had the 136. It's a good kayak, people just kept complaining about the motor noise. But it was a good kayak, most stable kayak I've ever been in. 19 Nick 85, it looks like I've been out here a little over 2 hours from the timer on the chat thing. Texas Plumber says, to the Texas person, I don't know where you are. Okay, he's talking to the Texas person. I was about to read his paragraph right there. I kind of want to reel that line in, y'all. The one that got bumped. I'm afraid they got the worm. Yeah, Jason Smith, the night crawler is hopefully going to get me some more buffalo. I ain't had no buffalo out here tonight. But the buffalo I've gotten lately have been on the night crawler. I'm gonna reel this in. We're gonna repack it. I'm kind of thinking about reeling in them catfish rods too and just casting them back out. They got my worm, sure as the world. They robbed me. Y'all, we got 400 something witnesses there. I've been robbed tonight. Got robbed blind. Running out of worms too, ain't we? I hear something. They may be doing some singing or something over at Calhoun's. I ain't gonna reel that other one in just yet because it ain't been It ain't been messed with since we got it back out. I may go ahead and check these catfish rods may be snagged. That'll probably be what we find out when we go to reel them in. All right, another worm out there. What do you think, y'all? Bait check? Let's do a bait check. We got bait on here still, but yeah, bait still looks good, man. It ain't been touched. It looks perfect. They just ain't out there for whatever reason. All right. I ain't gonna reel in that head. I know they didn't rip the head off. I was worried that one might have got hit or something and I didn't know about it and we was sitting out there with a bare hook, but I know that ain't the case with the head bait. All right. Master Nader 7, what's going on? He says, glad you're enjoying carp fishing. That I am, man. I'm gonna have me a rig set up this winter just for carp fishing. I don't know if it'll be a kayak. I don't know if it'll be might be a little flat bottom boat, but again, I don't get any extra benefit from catching carp in a kayak. With me power pole down, this is a stable, it's like standing in your living room with these power poles down. So, I don't know. I'm gonna dwell on it some more. I went the other day and looked at a Ginu. The guy had one for sale. It's kind of the kayak experience, but I could expand my range a little bit and put an outboard on it, but I thought better of it. I looked at it, I was like, didn't really think it was for me. But I did go look at one. Yeah, Penny, I said singing. They got this restaurant over here, sometimes they have bands and stuff. I don't know if they having it tonight or if I was just hearing somebody at the marina, but yeah, they got some lousy singing over there. Blaze bass, I'm on the Tennessee River at Fort Loudoun Dam tonight. Hooked up catfish, and they are releasing water. Yeah, they're running 2 generators, I think. Jeremy Suggs says, that's for a live content. Lena and I love watching your videos and really enjoy your commentary. Well, thank you, Jeremy. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, these live videos a lot easier on me because I ain't got to do no editing. Now that my regular videos don't really get viewed all that much, it's pretty easy to justify just going live instead of doing a regular video. I would like to catch a few more fish on this live stream though. I just can't tell you enough. I thought tonight we would be tearing up the fish after having baited here, having done so good without baiting. Y'all see that video coming up. I mean, it was one fish after another after another. I'm like, there's a bunch of fish here anyway, and once I bait them, it'll really be on. Not been the case tonight. That one carp I got was a nice one. The other 2, not so much, and of course, you know, had a couple other hits there, broke off and stuff, but not the action I had expected. I thought we would have a 15 fish night out here probably. It's what I get for setting my expectations so high. Gotta keep your I've said it before, fishing and women, you gotta keep your expectations low. One of these days I'll heed my own warning. Yeah, Penny, I did. I chummed the area. It was baited with a 5-gallon bucket full of feed. No, Sabrina, I don't ever go up to Norris. Plan B, it's cooling down. It's in the low 80s today. Humid, but low 80s, and it's not bad now that the sun's going down. Skull Rush says, I enjoy your videos you release during the day when I'm at work. Yeah, I've been doing noon. That's what I've been doing this year. Last year I had done 10 a.m. My other channel, I've been doing shorts on another channel. I've been just randomly posting those. I'm still kicking around the idea of doing another channel for regular videos and stuff. I don't know, I'm kicking around that idea. This Kayak Catfish channel, I mean, it's my money maker. It keeps the lights on, but it's kind of stalled. It's about as big as it's going to get. I'm curious if I could take my talents to another channel, if I could grow it like I have this one. Take what I've learned through the years and cut out all the mistakes I've made and see if I could do any better on a new channel than what I've done on this one. I don't know. Fishing from scratch, that a little flat bottom would be perfect and the pleasure boaters wouldn't be as annoying. Oh, look right here. We got one on. We got one on. Hang on, Penny in Kentucky. By God, I got one on. Penny in Kentucky. It don't matter what hour of the day I'm live, man. Penny's in here. Penny gonna see this fish get wrapped up in whatever tree I've broke off on over there. I almost wish it'd keep going to the left, just so that it don't get in whatever that is out there. He's right there in front of it. Oh, come on now. Come up to the surface, fish. Come up to the surface for me. He's making a long run out there, man. Long run. He's way out there. At least he's away from the snag. This feels like another pretty good fish right here. You know, funny thing is, we ain't got no catfish tonight. I really thought with all this debris, there might be something in here, maybe a flathead. When I did my morning trip out here, I didn't get any catfish then either. Now I was using bluegill. I was using a lousy bait. But I got a good bait tonight, that skipjack, so maybe I'm just in the wrong place for catfish right now, but there's some carp here. I know there's a bunch of carp here. They may not be biting tonight, but I know there's a bunch here based on that morning trip, man. One after another after another. There's a big barge up there coming too. I don't know if y'all can see it. Come on over here, Carp, show yourself. We're gonna find somebody to dedicate you to. I'm gonna dedicate this, and I think to Plan B. Plan B just hit me up there a few minutes ago. We're gonna dedicate this into him. Or her, it may be a her, I don't know. Plan B, I shouldn't be assuming gender out here in 2022. This fish ain't quite ready to be landed yet, so it's taking its time. It's a little bit of a diva. It's not ready. It's got to get its hair and makeup done before it gets on camera here. Oh, don't get in them catfish lines. He's going back to the right, everybody. He's gotten both of them. Man. Come on out of them things, fish. Come out of it. Doggone, man. Gotten both of them. He actually may just be in that one. He may just be in that one right here. Can I? Ah. Doggone it. Doggone fish. We'll deal with it here in a second. You better be a good fish when I get you up here. Yeah, it is a pretty good one. That is a pretty good one right there. Let me get my net. Hold on. Let me get the camera out of the way. I can't hardly see. Get these fish with that camera right in my face. Come over here, fish. If you'll come here right now, fish, I think I can get you out of that other line. Yeah, it ain't bad. Not bad. All right, I gotta do some finagling here. Bear with me, y'all. It's like a Rubik's Cube with these line tangles. You gotta move one block to get the other one undone. It's like that. But because I am a talented man on the tangles, I get a lot of practice fishing out of a kayak. I just got it undone. I'll tell you, you can't hide that talent, folks. When you got it, you got it. And I got it. All right. What do you think, Carp? You just want to come on in the kayak, maybe? Come on in here. We're going to dedicate you to Plan B. You're a pretty good fish. This is another one here that's long and thick. This is kind of like that one. He ain't quite as big as that other one I got there earlier. But kind of the same body design. He's got my hair rig in the net. There we go. Let's get that out of the way. Let's hold you up there. Say hi to Plan B. Tell Plan B thanks for supporting the channel. Pretty good fish, man. That's a pretty good one. He's thick, man, long and thick. All right, say goodbye, fish. Hang on. Get the net back out of the way. We're gonna cast back out. That's fun, y'all. Could have done without the line tangle, but got it out easy peasy. Find me another worm here. Maybe out of worms in this can. I'm gonna have to go to the other can here. No, I got another one in there. I had 2 cans of worms coming out here. I made sure I wasn't gonna run out. All right. I just spilled a bunch of this pack bait in the kayak. I'll have ants all over this thing tomorrow. Ain't nothing worse than coming out, fishing first thing in the morning and having ants all over you because you spilled pack bait or whatever else in there. I've had that happen so many times. Cast this back out. There we go. See if we can't get us another one on it. I I'm gonna reel this one in. I'm just gonna rebait this one too. We're running out of time. I'm just fishing with dark. I want to maximize our chances of getting bit. I had cast this one up a little shallow that time, but still got the worm on there. Just didn't find a suitor that time. Throw it out a little deeper. Got to put that hook up under my fingernail there too. Doggone it. All right. Get that one out. All right, how far behind am I in the chat? Well, lost about 100 people out of the chat box there. They got sick of watching me retie rigs, I guess. Let me scroll up and see where I'd left off there. I was talking to Plan B. We'd dedicate, okay, there's my spot. Texas Plumber says he fishes out of a 14-foot John boat. It's perfect for him, rarely has any pass. That's the thing, man. I had that 1436 when I was bow fishing. And it was plenty stable for just me, you know. And again, I'm like you, I'm not out on the weekends. I'm not out when the wind's 100 miles an hour and you got big white caps and stuff on the water. So basically everything that I would do normally in the kayak now, I could do in that. It would just allow me a little bigger platform, you know, for the carp fishing and stuff, and having an outboard on the back would expand my range a little bit. And I just leave the kayak set up as is for my catfishing trips and just move all my other fishing to the boat. Word Phillips, I saw it. Oh, there it is, Philip Holland, $10. He says, well, I missed the first 2 hours of stream due to these children, but here's my support for the best content on YouTube. Good luck the rest of the evening. Thank you, Philip. That's real nice of you, man. I appreciate that. Glad you could tune in. Savannah Outdoors says YouTube doesn't count shorts as watch time. Yeah, I started another channel just for the shorts. I don't. I'm mainly just doing it because YouTube is really pushing shorts. And so I'm just curious. I'm going to post like 2 or 3 videos a day for a month and see how it happens. See what happens. So I may quit after a month. We'll see. Lost my spot again. Hey, we'll see you, Tim Hull. Thanks for stopping in. T-Cliff said, the instant I opened a new tab to check my mail, you got a bite. By God, T-Cliff, open another tab. We need another fish here. If that's all it takes. Oh, my gosh, T-Cliff done it. T-Cliff done it. Oh, no. Did he come off? I can't. Something's up here. T-Cliff opened another tab, by gosh, and we had another bite. I'm reeling in a stick, though. I was reeling in a stick. He ran me across a log or something. I don't know what's happening here. Did a fish hit this? I'll bet that limb caught that line. T-Cliff, my man. T-Cliff's got to be opening some more tabs, y'all. T-Cliff's been watching me instead of checking email and stuff, and he's the reason why we ain't getting enough fish tonight. I blame you, T-Cliff. That's only a part of a worm there. I gotta get in a new worm box here. We're gonna get some of these fresh worms out of this one. We're running out of daylight's what's happening. T-Cliff better open another tab real quick. All right, here we go. I'm gonna have to fix that other line back here in a second too, though. There's that. I think when I brought that stick in, yeah, let me just reel this one in and throw it out again. Well, I was missing my worm on there anyway. I got robbed. Stick this worm on. Still no catfish though, y'all. All this wood debris right here. Quick access to deep water. Ain't no catfish. This will cast back out too. All right, we fishing again. Here comes some more pleasure boat wake. It really ain't been too bad tonight. Them power poles have really been helpful. Okay, let's get back to the chat there. We got, where did it go? Well, Plan B hit me up again with a super sticker. $5, how's it going? Thank you, Plan B. I'm glad we was able to dedicate a fish to you. I wish we could have dedicated some more fish to people tonight, but I just couldn't catch the daggone things. Edward Smith has not fished for 2 years. I see you on YouTube and now go fishing all the time. I'm glad you're getting out there, Edward. There's Brian Posey. What's going on, Brian? Keith Doan, $9.99. No comment, but thank you, Keith. Appreciate the support, Keith. Tariq Oslam said here in the UK, rebait feeder every 20 minutes. That's good to know. There's Tim Burke. What's going on, Tim Burke? Robert Jones hit me with a super sticker. Heck yeah, man. Thank you, Robert. Cap Morgan says, when you going back on Fort Loudoun? It's rough. I'm on Fort Loudoun tonight, Cap Morgan. I'm right here at Fort Loudoun Dam. But yeah, I ain't been doing no good on the skipjacks lately, Morgan. I got one skipjack that I've used out here tonight. That's all I got on my last skipjack trip. It's been tough for me. I'm sure somebody's getting them, but I ain't been getting them. Smack Evans says, forget the shorts. I don't watch them. Well, you don't represent the whole world, Smack Evans. Unfortunately, YouTube's going to push them shorts, whether people want to watch them or not. And they don't really cost me a lot of extra time, so I'm going to do it. Just see what happens with it here in the next year or so. I'm putting them on my other, I made a separate channel just for the shorts, so I don't have to listen to people bitch and moan on this channel that they don't like the shorts. So there's that. Every time I do something different than catfishing out of a kayak, people bitch and moan endlessly. So that's why I've done a separate channel for it. Daniel, I thought about doing a bass tournament Thursday night possibly. The local club here does the Thursday night tournaments out here in Fort Loudoun, and I ain't fished but one of them all year. So I need to get out here after it because they're gonna be, I think they end in September, I think. So it's coming up, the end of them's coming up here. But maybe Thursday. Yeah, Eddie, what I'd probably do is leave the catfishing on this channel and move my other content, my other fishing trips to the new channel. That would probably be what I would do. And probably do more stuff, like more vlogs and stuff, things where I know that it's not going to get the views, things that would hurt this channel. On a new channel, it wouldn't really matter if they didn't get a lot of views. So I could do that kind of stuff too, possibly. There's my mom shouting out all the troops, firefighters, and police. Thank you, Mom. Yeah, Matt Holacek normally likes to do this, but I ain't seen Matt in here tonight. I had one get hit. One got bumped. One of them probably just took our worm right there. We'll see if he gets it here in a second. We're out here at the witching hour right now. Yeah, Georgia Silver Hunter, I'm full-time on YouTube last couple years. Hopefully do it another year or so. Stephen Renfro, it's happening, buddy. We're getting skunked on the cats tonight. These two rods ain't been touched. Smack Evans says it's all about money on live. You about to piss me off. You know what, Smack Evans? That's two comments that's pressed my buttons. So your ass is gone. I got set off on a rant earlier today when I got on TikTok for 30 minutes just to see if I'd buffer because I want to do a YouTube live. And somebody was calling me on there saying I was panhandling and stuff, begging people for money. Bullshit. I ain't never asked anybody for money. Now, I'll take every penny y'all give me. I'll gladly take it. But ain't nobody can go back in time and find anywhere where I have come on this channel, live or otherwise, and ask anybody to give me money. You can't find it because it don't exist. But again, I do YouTube for a living. I don't do this for free. There is no way in hell that I would go back and do YouTube for free. In the beginning, when I started this channel, I didn't make a dime. I didn't make money for the first few years. But my channel was small. I had fun. It was all fun. I put out videos occasionally, whenever I felt like it. Not 3 to 5 videos a week. I didn't log hours, countless hours behind the computer to make stuff happen. I didn't deal with any bullshit people on the internet because it was all positive. My channel was small. Now, once your channel gets to this size, you deal with crap all the time. It takes an extraordinary amount of time to put out the amount of videos that I put out. In addition to that, every good fishing spot I have now gets burnt to the ground. I got another YouTuber. He shows up everywhere I film videos. He's got videos there now. He shows up everywhere that I fish. Random people that see my videos, they fish in these spots. I'm not doing that for free anymore. It may piss some people off. I don't do it for free. Yes, these live streams are they're profitable for me. What I've made $250, $253.64. YouTube's going to take a third of that. So $100 and something here tonight. I'm thankful for it. Don't cost me any work because when I go home tonight, I'm done. I ain't got to edit. But these people that accuse me of panhandling, I've had other YouTubers do it. It's all bullshit because I've never asked for a dime from anybody. Even the membership thing. People suggested me create a membership tab. People asked me to put a PayPal link because they wanted to support me. But I've never asked anybody. So whoever that guy was, his ass is blocked. He ain't coming back. I'm going to block everybody else that makes a comment like that too because it just pisses me off. I can't stand those people. Anyway, that's a long-winded rant. That'll get some people going. I'm fired up today, y'all. I'm fired up. I shouldn't have done the TikTok thing earlier. That set me off for the day. And I probably said some cuss words on my rant. I'll have a 3-page essay written by some 70-year-old man who was watching with his grandkid tonight, who ain't never heard the words that I just said. Anyway, Back to the chat box now. There's Master Nader. He's got $4.99. He says, happy retirement to my father-in-law. Sorry if you see his boat more often. Thank you, Master Nader. I appreciate it. I've run into Master Nader twice now. Once on the water in a boat. A couple of years back, I was in a bass tournament. And then I met him down here below Fort Loudoun Dam one night with skipjack fishing down there. He's a pretty cool guy. I appreciate you, Master Nader. Sabrina, I just don't go up to North. It is about an hour away. It's not a terrible drive. But the catfish is just not as good. There's probably some big cats in there, but they're not going to be in the quantity as they are in Fort Loudoun and Wattsbar, which are closer and more convenient for me. It's just hard to justify the drive up there. Eric says he likes the shorts, not a thing wrong. Well, you know, it's the thing. Some people like them and some don't, but it's stupid not to have them at this point, because if YouTube's going to push it as hard as they are, and it doesn't really take a lot of time to do them, why not? Why not try it out? And like I said, I'm going to put out 2 or 3 shorts a day for a month. And if I'm not getting views, if it's not really a benefit at all, I'll just stop. You know, it's worth trying. Give it the old college try. We've got Samuel Avila from New York. Hell yeah. Got people all over the world watching. Douglas Medlin, he said, he's a club member. He said, this is the most honest man I know. He will not take something just to be taking it. Yeah, I don't, Douglas. And, you know, and I'll go back on another rant. A lot of these YouTubers and TikTokers, they kiss ass with people. We got one guy on here. His name's Paint Services by Steve. I've blocked him on every medium possible. Numerous accounts. Email, I've blocked him on eBay multiple times. I've blocked him on YouTube multiple times. He's a known criminal. He's a felon, drug conviction. He got caught with over $1 million worth of stolen goods in his house. And these other YouTubers and TikTokers, they kiss his ass because he gives them money. Stolen money, probably, but he gives them money. Now, I realized he was a piece of shit early on my channel. I didn't even know he was a criminal. I kicked him off just because he was an asshole. Now, he'd give me money, but I don't care how much money he give me or anybody else. I ain't putting up with anybody's bullshit. So I kicked him to the curb. Well, later on, we find out that he is a criminal. He's got all this stuff going on. But these other YouTubers, they know it too, and they kiss his ass. Like Douglas said, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to come on here and beg people for money, and I ain't going to take money from people that are total pieces of shit like that guy is. So, anyway. Boy, I'm hot tonight. I should probably end it. I'm going to get myself canceled tonight. I'm going to get myself kicked off YouTube tonight. Anyway. We own some rants here tonight. Yeah, 85 said people are jealous. That's what a lot of it is. That other YouTuber that runs me down in the ground all the time, that's all it is with him, is jealousy. He can't stand it. Captain Morgan hit me with $5. Thank you, Captain Morgan. Lord, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it, man. Captain Morgan's a local fisherman around here, y'all. He fishes out here at this Poland Creek tournament out here on Saturday nights. He fishes. Does real good in it, too. Texas Plumber says, going full-time YouTube is hard. People start posting every day and you get tired of them. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a balance that I have found. Last year I did good posting every day. Well, about 5 days a week. This year, about 3 days is the most I can do, or else my views drop. I'll get the same number of views, but it'll be averaged out over 5 videos instead of 3. So I may cut that back to even more here soon. My live streams seem to do okay, but the regular videos, not so much. So yeah, there's definitely a balancing act there. My mom saying, tell it like it is. Yeah, I'm going to get canceled tonight, Mom. Sabrina says, do you plan to go back working as a nurse? Oh, well, I mean, if YouTube dries up on me, yeah, I will. My Catfish Sumo deal will sustain me through the end of next year for sure with our rod deal and all, but depending on how video views do, I may end up going back at some point. But, man, I've had a hell of a run on here, even if it does end at some point. 2 full years so far. Bipper Bates, 588. He says, more fire than Lindros tonight. Keep it up. Thank you, Bipper. Old Eric Lindros right there, Philadelphia Flyers, 1990s. That's my man. I like the reference, buddy. I still got an Eric Lindros jersey at the house. There's Dominic Hollis in the house. What's going on, Dominic? My man Ed, what's going on? He said, tell us how you really feel about channel cats. We got Ivan. I don't know how to say your last name, but I appreciate you watching from New Hampshire. I can't say your last name. Yeah, I do need to. It's getting dark out here, y'all. I wonder if I got my, what time is it? It's 8:44. I ain't got my filming light. I could, we're gonna give it a little while longer. See if I can get another fish. I'm gonna get my light out. I don't have my overhead filming light, but I got this one. Bear with me a second here. What is that on my screen? Something's blurry up there. Let me try cleaning here. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let's see. We have light. Maybe. All right. Now you all can see my shining face in the dark. My oily, shiny face. All right, we got we'll give it a few more minutes here. I want to see if I can get one more fish. I lost my spot wherever the hell I was at. I think I'm gonna reel these lines in and rebait one more time too. I'm gonna set this up. Oh, right here. Oh man, he was hitting. I was just about to reel in and try to rebait. He hit that thing. I still can't believe we ain't had one of these catfish rods go off yet. Well, he hit that. I bet he got my worm. Set that there a second. I bet he got our worm. That light does pretty good for just shining on me. It ain't as good as an overhead light, but it'll get the job done for us just for a few more minutes. Still got the worm on there. No, that's a stick on there. Okay. Another worm going out. Will he drown or will he be eaten? I don't know what this worm wants. I don't know what he would prefer. I hope he gets eaten. But the worm, who knows? Who knows what he wants? I don't know if worms can think or feel. They're a very simple organism. Okay. It's out there. I'm gonna do one more here on the other rod. Oh, I think I'm in that snag. I don't know. This almost feels like it's pulling back here, y'all. This feels weird. I may be reeling in a stick. Or I may have a fish on here, I don't know. I'm pulling in something though, by gosh. I'm pulling in something. I don't know what it is. Maybe the biggest stick of the night here. Yeah, it was a stick. Popped off right there. Had the old stick fish. Let's cast this rod out one more time. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the morning, y'all. I was gonna fish tomorrow, but I ain't got no bait. Yeah, I got some frozen there at the house, but I ain't got no fresh bait. I guess I could go try to get some of those. I ain't gonna go catfishing tomorrow. I may do some ultralight fishing tomorrow, maybe. My regular viewers that like the ultralight videos, I'm trying another experiment tomorrow with the unedited raw footage regular video. I got an hour-and-a-half video coming out tomorrow. Trying it on a weekday. The last one I did, I posted on a weekend, which weekend videos never do good for me, ever. For whatever reason, I don't know why. But it was kind of inconclusive. The watch time was great. The feedback I got from it was great. But the views were terrible. The click-through and the views were terrible. But the people who watched really liked it. So I'm gonna try it again on a weekday. See how it goes. It'll either be a hit or a fail, one of the two. Won't be the first flop if it don't work out. Took forever though. If I do it in the future, one thing I will have to do is film in 1080. Because an hour-and-a-half video filmed in 4K, it took, gosh, I don't know, 15, 18 hours. I left it uploading. But it took forever to upload. So I'll definitely have to do 1080 if I do them long videos from now on. Okay, let's see. Where am I at on the chat here? Where am I at? Somebody hit me up. Somebody joined the club. Where'd it go? Well, they retracted their message. I don't know who it was. I think we just got hit. Did I imagine that? Maybe I imagined it. I can't see it, but I thought I felt it. If for dang sure wasn't a catfish rods, God knows them ain't getting hit tonight. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here in a minute. There's Callie, K&K Fishing Adventures, back with another 10 spots. Has finally got something on the bank, a 20-pound snapping turtle. He was angry and hissing. Got him unhooked safely and got myself stuck in the clay. Callie's having a hell of an adventure out there on vacation, y'all. At least you didn't get skunked though, Callie. That turtle counts, by gosh. It counts. I'd count it. Douglas Mellon said, look like you're ready to tell ghost stories. Yeah. Don't get me started on a ghost. I don't like ghosts. Jacob said, probably because all your viewers are fishing on the weekend. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like Richard Jean, he posts weekend videos a lot, and his views are good on the weekend. So I don't know. Mine, for whatever, I've never had a good weekend video ever. It's weird. So I just post during the week. I've been doing 3 a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, going live occasionally. I'll probably cut that back here soon. We're over the hump now for my channel for kayak fishing views. Typically it starts to tail off as we get into back to school football season. It starts to really go down. So I'll probably cut back to probably 2 a week here pretty soon. But I won't be fishing any less, but I can't see. I'm looking, I got this light shining on me here. Now I can't see the rods. I need me a setup like Chunky Cat's got. You can see his rods from outer space. Chunky Cat's got it going on his channel. He's got the neon rods. He got the light set up. You can see everything on Chunky Cat's. Hey, we'll see you later, David Quick. Thanks for tuning in. Jacob Wisdom said, when are you going to hit the guide service? Lord, I could go on a tangent about the guide services too, but probably won't see that from me. I don't have enough tolerance with people, Jacob. I don't know that I would be, one, I ain't really a good enough fisherman to be taking people out on guided trips. But two, I don't really have the tolerance for people to be doing it. I went on a trip last year. This guy had reached out and wanted me to take him fishing, offered me a lot of money for it, and I was, I didn't feel comfortable with it because I ain't licensed, I ain't insured for it, and I didn't want to do it. But I told him, he really wanted to fish with me, and I was like, if you book a trip with my friend Mark, who has a guide service, he is a licensed U.S. Coast Guard captain, all that, I'll go out. And that trip went pretty well. So he paid me and he paid Mark, and it went pretty well. But I couldn't take people out fishing on a regular basis because I'd get them skunked, and I'd feel terrible about taking them out and not catching fish. It would change how I fished. And so if I'm just filming myself and I go out and have a lousy day, well, it is what it is. But if somebody had traveled a long distance and they had one day to fish and I couldn't get it done for them, I'd feel bad. Terry Tunnel says, my daughter Callie and I love your videos. You got her into liking fishing a lot, and she thinks you're funny. Well, shout out to Callie. I appreciate her watching. Yeah, Lynn, I gotta get with that guy. It's the 24th. I don't know if that's tomorrow or Thursday. But I gotta get with that guy. We gotta get some kayak carp fishing merchandise going. I got some t-shirts to put out. No, Dakota, I don't do the whole noodling thing. Ain't my style. Douglas says tomorrow. Yeah, I guess I'll send him a message when I get home. He was about, I think he said he was 2 weeks out, and when he set my appointment. I guess he gets a lot of work. Pro Moderator recommended him. And you know how Pro Moderator's recommendations are. It's hit or miss with him. But hopefully this guy, I looked at some of his other logo designs, and look right here, we got something happening. We had one getting hit. I know I didn't imagine that. Oh yeah. He's got it. He's got it. He ain't running hard with it. He's got it on there. He's got it. Y'all probably can't see a daggone thing. This is weird. This is a weird fight. I don't think this is a carp. Wouldn't it be something if I finally got a catfish and it was on the damn pack bait and worm? That would be so fitting. And it would be even better if it was a channel cat. I almost want it to be a channel cat just for that. Oh, I got a buffalo. Heck yeah, man. I got a buffalo. He's in that other line. He's in my catfish line. I'm gonna have to bring him through these rods right here. Oh, we got a buffalo, man. That's exciting. I knew he wasn't acting like a carp. I gotta find that camera holder. There we go. That's exciting, y'all. I'm glad I stuck around a little while longer. Where'd my net? Let me get this fancy net y'all bought me. Get in there. Get in that net. I got a buffalo. On a pack bait and worm. That ain't a bad one either, buddy. That's pretty good one. Ain't as big as that monster I caught there a couple weeks back, but he'll do. I'll take it. I'm gonna dedicate this one to Lynn and Will Loy. They have been longtime supporters of my channel, and they just sent me a little care package the other day. They sent me some money through PayPal. Very appreciated. Thank you so much, Will and Lynn. And they sent me this awesome shirt and some cutters. And so I'm gonna dedicate the buffalo, the only buffalo we've got tonight, to Will and Lynn Loy. That's awesome, man. These buffalo, they're a different fight than the carp. The carp are just juggernauts out there. These don't fight like that. But they're cool. I like the way they look. Look at their eyes. I mean, you're looking into the pits of darkness right there in their eyes. They're a cool fish. I'm going to learn how to get better. I'm going to get better at catching them. When I come back from that Texas trip, I'm going to be just full of knowledge on buffalo fishing. That guy I'm going with down there, he's like the guy for buffalo fishing. Well, I kind of want to cast another bait out. Might as well. I'm gonna cast one more bait out here, y'all. I was hoping to just get one more fish and wrap it up right here, but we'll give it just a few more minutes. That's awesome, man. Got a buffalo. I like them buffalo. I may not, after I catch, 1,000 buffalo, I may not like them as much. But right now, I've still caught so few of them that I get excited over every one. There we go. Can't hardly see, had my hair was all wrapped around the hook there. We're back in business now. I feel like my worms here, these poor worms at the Walmart's been about starved to death. These things are skinny. I would tell you to admire the top of my head and show you some Kayak Catfish hats, but it's in the car. I've grabbed the wrong hat again. Okay. All right, back out it goes. Can't see exactly where it landed, but I'm sure it's in the right area. I don't know how many fish we've got tonight. What we've been live for? Almost 3 hours. Got a few fish tonight. Got a couple good carp. That one carp was a really good one. but the action, the numbers of fish haven't really been here tonight. And the catfish, I don't know where they at. They definitely ain't here though. Lynn says he's already tried to adopt me and Captain Mark. Hey, I'm all about having some more kinfolk now. So I'll let you adopt me. I can't speak for Mark. You know how he is. He's funny like that. I need to reach out. I told him a happy birthday the other day. That's the first time I talked to him in a while. I don't know how old he is. I saw he had a birthday the other day. I reached out, but I ain't talked to him much. Will Hogson's got my dad and I hooked on ultralight fishing with Gulp minnows. My dad landed a 19.5-inch largemouth this past Sunday. That's awesome, man. That's a good fish on the ultralight. That's a good time. Cool Breeze is just checking in. Are you night fishing? No, what we've done is we got a green screen behind me and we've blacked it out. It's daylight here at 9 p.m. Goodness. Matt Lee said his biggest buffalo was 33.7. It's worth $1,200 in a tournament. That's a valuable fish. Bender 2010 hit me with $30. He says, screw the haters, Justin. Houday from Cincinnati. Heck yeah, man. Thank you so much. Old Bender up there, he's probably ready for football season because them Cincinnati Reds ain't worth watching. But Joe Burrow, he can put people's butts in the seats. He's the real deal. If he'll stay healthy, Cincinnati's going to be relevant again for a long time. Thank you so much for that, Bender. Charles Seward in the house, if I say it right. Thank you, Charles. Daniel Creech says, oh my God, I love it. Awesome about the green screen. Well, you know. Oh, right here. We got another fish on. It's the one I just put back out. The one we just cast back out. You know what? This feels like another buffalo. I think this might be another one. I think it might be. It's not running like a carp, and I don't feel rolling like a channel cat. This might be another one. How awesome would that be? I'm gonna dedicate this one to Bender, 2010. He just hit me up in the super chat. I'm thankful for him. He probably can't see. I can't see out there either. I'm looking over this light. Didn't bring my filming light because I was just gonna fish till dark, but you know how it goes. Try to get one more and then try to get one more, and the last one was a buffalo, so I wanted to cast back out, and this, and I don't know what it is yet. I still haven't gotten a look at him. Let's see if we can get him over here in the light. He got my other line. Let's go around this rod. No, that's not a buffalo either. We finally got a catfish. No skunk tonight on the catfish. It had to happen on a pack bait and fake corn and worm combo. But by gosh, it happened. I don't know why this fish won't eat a piece of skipjack that's out there. But we got us one. Get over here, catfish. Let's see what kind of damage you've done here. I think he got my other line. No, oh, get out of them power poles now. Get over here and get in this net. We're gonna dedicate you to Bender. There he is. Well, there's one catfish down here, y'all. That's a larger dink right there. Find my pliers. There we go. Boy, he's hooked on the inside of the mouth with the hook coming back out. That is a weird way to be hooked, fish. We got it though. No? I'll get it directly. There we go. Now we got it. Well, Bender, he ain't much, but he gets the skunk out here catfishing for us. So, I guess we're thankful for him. I can't get him to eat the cut bait. But by gosh, he'd eat the pack bait and worm. I don't think he got my other line. I think he got in it, but I think he come out of it. How many people still watching this mess? We still got quite a few. I may just cast out one more. Maybe just one more. That bite there come pretty quick after casting that bait out, so let's just do one. Let's get one more fish if we can. We'll do like one more fish or 10 minutes. I'm surprised the bugs ain't eating me yet. But they ain't bad so far. Okay. Yeah, what time is it? 9:11, yeah. One more fish or 9:20. Whatever comes first. I thought that might have been a buffalo there when I picked up on that, y'all. I knew it wasn't a carp. Definitely wasn't a carp the way he was fighting, but I didn't feel it rolling. Get this out of the way. Okay. Where did I leave off at? I was there at Bender, okay. Penny said, get it all out of your system before you go home to the dog and girlfriend. Dakota Lewis, $2. He said, ever thought about fishing the Amazon River? You know, it's one of them things, I think it sounds better in fantasy than it does reality, because I'm not big on camping and you know, being in some foreign land jungle. I don't know that I would enjoy it all that much. It'd probably be an adventure for sure, but I don't think it's something that I want to do. Catfish, carp and catfish baits, tips and tricks is not much action for me. Any luck for you? Yeah, we've got a few bites tonight. Got one really good carp, a buffalo, a few other bites. Levi White with a 5-spot. He said, you're the man. Taught me so much and your videos are so enjoyable. Keep up the good work and hospitality. Hope you get a 100-pounder soon. Well, thank you, Levi. That's nice of you. I appreciate that. Gun nerds, the Browns fans, I totally feel sorry for. You can't feel sorry for Browns fans. They just are what they are. It's like being a Tennessee fan. We know what we're signing up for every year. Callie says, off to my next destination, hitting the red again tomorrow, but in Grand Forks. Good luck with the rest of your life. Well, thank you, Callie. Good luck tomorrow. I hope you get on some big fish out there. Have fun. Tony Jessen said he's still here. Rashby up there in Ohio. Better tell these fish to come on. You call them, send them an email from Ohio, let them know they got a few more minutes and I'm going to go to the house. I'm actually going to go get something to eat and then go to the house. Girlfriend said I'm on my own for dinner tonight, which basically means she wasn't going to save me a plate because she wasn't going to cook. So. Rashby said, nice first shout out. Well, there's your second one, Rashby. Tiffany McConkey said, Josh Dobbs is starting QB for the Browns now that Bayfield went. I think you're wrong about that, Tiffany. I think Jacoby Brissett's going to be starting. Oh, Dobbs probably couldn't do any worse. Eric Arneal says, us Lions fan don't have much to hope. Well, at least you got Hard Knocks. I've been watching that. It's a pretty good show. Oh, Dan Campbell, something else. Will Loy said, Burrow should pitch for the Reds. Just having someone who knows how to win would actually significantly improve the old Red Flags. That's the truth. They're pretty bad. No, I don't ever go up there on Douglas very much. Austin Coach, it's nice to see some night. But yeah, it just got dark out here on us. Hey, we'll see you, Eddie Seegers. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I'm going to be leaving right here with you here in about 4 minutes, I think. Matt Lee says, you have the best live streams out of all that I watch, and I want to say thanks for the content. I'm sure I speak for a lot of us. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like them. They get quite a few views. That's the most amazing thing to me. Not that people tune in while I'm live, the fact that people watch afterwards. Because as bad as these things are when I'm live, I can't imagine people watching after the fact, but they do. Austin Coates says, are catfish or carp more active at night? I think they're both pretty active at night. I like that sunrise bite and the sunset bite. That's the two big feeding windows that I try to key in on. I don't know if it's going to happen, y'all. We got about 3 minutes here. These fish better come on if they want to be one more. Just wasn't an active night I thought it was going to be. I just knew. Y'all see the video coming out here, a regular video, where I filmed a morning trip here, and it was just on. And I thought, man, I'm gonna have trouble keeping up with the chat tonight because of all the fish I'm reeling in. Because there is times when you're on a good bite on a live stream where it's hard to keep up with the chat because you're so busy reeling in fish. But boy, I thought wrong tonight. even after feeding these things, I still got a whole 5-gallon bucket of feed for them. Whatever, they gone. I guess they ate that food and got out of town. Maybe it might have been a preseason game he started for, Tiffany. I bet that's probably what it was. Catfish regulators, so Tennessee hasn't done nothing since Fulmer. We've done a lot of losing. We've done a lot of that. Bob Bean says, my boys Connor and Elliot love watching you catch gollywhoppers, but tell them to get to bed. Hey, Connor and Elliot, get in there and get to bed. Don't make him tell you again. Get in there and get to bed right now. That probably didn't work. Clay Yarbrough said, get ready for the rain. It's headed your way. I think it is supposed to rain Thursday, maybe. Matt Lee says he's watched 100+ of my videos. God help him. In the past 3 weeks, his wife was sick, so he stayed home to help with the kiddos. And then down for 10 days, but he loves the content. I'm glad you like it, man. That's a lot of videos to sit through. I don't know how you can do it. There's Hiking Mike's. Tim Creek says 5 gallons of chum is a drop in the bucket. Somebody's created a channel and stole my logo there. I'll have to get their ass kicked off at some point here. People always be stealing. Let me just go ahead and block them now. Hide user. There we go. He'll go, it's probably that painting services by Steve asshole. He keeps making accounts so he can come pester me. He's obnoxious. You'd think he'd get a life. He probably got turned on to men when he was in prison and just got a thing for me or something. Bunch of weirdos. Petey says, how do you think Tennessee football will do this season? I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic, but it's been like that case every year. We always get full of hope right here before the season starts, and then we realize how bad we are. So it's just one of them things when you've been as bad as we are for as long as it's been going on, about 20 years now, you just learn not to get your hopes too high for Tennessee football. Hey, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you watching, man. Eric Flowers. Oh, he says it's our year. We'll see. Jalen, I'll probably do some carp fishing this winter, but it ain't something I do. I just kind of got into carp fishing here the last year or so. Well, y'all, it's 9:21. I was giving it till 9:20 to try to get one more bite. And it just didn't happen. But hey, we had a pretty good run tonight. We didn't have too many tingles. We only had break off one time. Got that really big carp. Got buffalo. Got another decent carp and a few more bites. So it's been a pretty good night overall. I wish we could have got one more though. That's always the case. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Well, we still got a few hundred people in here watching right now, but I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to go over here and try to find a restaurant that's still open in this town. Give me a bite to eat and take it to the house. Thank y'all so much. Wherever you at, be safe. I don't know when the next live stream is, but the next regular video will be out at noon tomorrow. See you again soon.